Good morning. Good morning, everyone. How's everybody doing today? Happy Thursday. Hey, Judy. Language of horses. Go Bulldogs. Cheryl. Marsha Dove. Catherine. Good morning, everybody. Mystic Butterfly. Angel. True Crime. Lazy Wolf. How's everybody doing? Mrs. Fletcher. Hey, Stephanie. I figured I'd pop on last minute. We'll do a short little stream, a little recap for those of you who missed it, or I was actually sleeping. Hey, Marlogus Jack, am I saying that correctly? Hey, Brenda. Naysayer, Tennessee Road, Roddy. Good morning. Hey, Keisha, Froggy, Gary. Good morning to you. Oh, thank you, Stephanie. I was running a little behind today. Hey, Darcy. Truth reigns, hindsight. I didn't go live yesterday because, well, I had so much to do, but honestly, I was so tired from the night before. I don't think I can hang like I used to. Hey, Vivian, my girl Savannah. Good morning to you. Bill for the BS. Smoking. Emerald Skies. Good morning. So I think we'll kind of jump right into it if you guys don't mind. Hey, Jane, Remy, Chatty, Kimmy. Hey, Casey. Bernie. Sending you good karma. What a sweet name. We're going to jump right into it. Go Bulldogs. Hey, Lake Girl, Colleen, Stassi, good morning. Finest Jules, Claire, Larry. I don't like it either. It was too much to keep up with me. So we're going to jump right into it if you guys don't mind. Is everybody okay with that? Put a 1 in the chat. We all right with that? Are you my friend? Are we locked in? We're going to jump right into it. There's a few things. Hey, Sativia. First off, I'm glad that everybody, happy Peach. I'm glad that, Jay and the TikTok girls were able to put differences aside. I've been hoping for that. I felt like it was a situation that could have been resolved after people spoke, and I'm glad that that took place. I'm really, really happy for that. So that's a good thing. But there are a few things, and one thing particularly that's been bothering me. And actually, I'm gonna see if I can get confirmation on this really quick. One second. Oh, thank you. 1 second. So I'm going to ask for that. Okay. Cynthia, thank you so much. Morning, Granny and Chad. Have a wonderful day. You as well. Hey, Jammers, my girl. Hey, Newfie. All right. I have my glasses on and I wear glasses to sleep. But anyway, they, with the dang gaming headphones I have to wear. Driving me nuts. Thank you so much for the super sticker. 505, Andy. All right. Good morning, Jackie, you changed your name back. Roddy with the 32 months. You are so amazing. I'm so blessed to have you through everything. Thank you. Thank you for being a friend. Hey, new one, thank you for being a friend. Is that how it goes? I didn't even ask a question, did I? Sparky, I don't know. Did I ask a question? I don't know if I asked a question. Anyway, all right, let me play it. Hey, Crimson.
Were actually Sebastian's. And that had never been talked about on YouTube. So I think that maybe TikTok Tony's team loves the fact that we haven't been sharing information.
Cal,
and now
Megan,
we are. And I'm so
Betty.
glad we're communicating because I think it's going to make some things make sense.
It's going to fill in some of the pieces of the puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
You connect the dots.
So thank you so much. I just want to say that. And then I'm going to.
So it's kind of hard to scroll right over. But all right. So the latest thing we heard, and I don't know if you guys heard, is that the pants that TerriLynn did find, that they actually did belong. I'm telling you, Andy, I'm such an old lady. That they actually did belong to Sebastian. I don't know about any of you. This is the first time I've heard this. This is the first time I've ever heard this. Don't tell me that, Remy. Hey, Winnie Cash. Did the medium help me with finding him? I never spoke to a medium, but no, unfortunately not. I don't know, Jean. I don't know. Like, what are we thinking here? Right. So if they did belong to Sebastian, the claim is that TerriLynn received them off of Seth and planted them. Now, I've never heard this before. I never heard it, validated. Yeah, it was speculated. Thank you, Nicole. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of you. I heard that they say they were small pants that Seth gave her. I just want to know, but the police said that they didn't. But I just asked as well, so we'll find out, Flower Nana. BHB is giving Tony horizontal refreshments. If that means what I think it means, I don't know. Hey, Jay. Good morning. Hey, Turtle. Retired EMT. I don't know what that means. Horizontal
I'm
refreshments.
going to mute so you can go on.
You're good.
I was just going to say, I want to add on to that. Barbecue brought that out, and she is not lying about those pants belonging to Sebastian. A size, they were just too small.
Yep, they were his, just a couple of sizes too small.
How many sizes too small, though? Because I'll tell you what, there are times, not necessarily at, this age currently, but there are times where my son would put on clothes that didn't quite fit him. And I'd be like, you might want to go get changed, buddy. You know what I mean? So there are times where that can happen. So I think that would be crucial. I think that would be absolutely crucial. What are you saying, Jean? If that were the case. Because there could be a chance that Sebastian put on clothes that were just too small. You know what I mean? And I think that's crucial. This has nothing to do with Jay, Jean. Well, respectfully, she didn't put her on blast with all this stuff. This is coming from the TikTok ladies. This has nothing to do with that. I mean, it has nothing to do with Jay. I think you have the situation a little confused, to be honest, Jean, because this didn't come from Jay. This is coming from Barbecue, and then co-signed it. So it's not even coming from Jay.
And Jay, I just want to say I accept your apology, and I'm sorry that I made the video replaying your live the other day and commentating on it, but that was just kind of like my whatever. But I accept your apology. Yeah, it's just, integrity,
Absolutely. And I appreciate that. Can I ask you?
TL made her a mess for sure. All right, let's not all dogpile Jean for her opinion. We corrected her opinion. She might just be a little confused about it. She may, because she hasn't been following, she may believe that to be the truth, and maybe she's curious, but she's not correct. And if she hangs here, she'll see it, and then then she'll understand it. That's all.
About the pants. I mean, I know you probably don't want to say how you confirmed it, but are we assuming that they might be, they would have been like pants that he didn't fit in anymore that were at someone's house that were, kind of given to someone to put out there? Or what are we thinking about that?
I don't know if they were given for someone to put out there, but your line of thinking is correct.
Yeah,
Okay.
you're on the right road.
This is my processing of what I witnessed myself. So, this is kind of like my thought. TerriLynn went searching in that area 2 days in a row. She literally publicly said that the day she found the pants, that was her second time out there.
I'm saying it
she
now.
didn't want to tell anybody where she was at. because she didn't want threatened or harassed. Okay. So in my humble opinion, I feel like TerriLynn planted the pants the day before. And this is why I think that.
They came from Seth.
So there's a few of us that obviously have our phone numbers and whatnot. And if you have the pleasure of having an iPhone, you know what screen sharing is. And so myself and Tammy, and I don't remember who else was actually on the call, but regardless, we had received a message that TerriLynn, it was blown up everywhere. Okay. TerriLynn found a pair of pants, yada, yada, yada. Okay. Obviously everybody's going to go watch that. So we went over to YouTube. I'm on a phone call. I'm like, I'm going to screen share this so we can all see it. And he was at the point.
All right, what is going on? Why is the chat all going at each other? Did we all wake up on the wrong side of the bed? Does Granny have to, come in and discipline you chatters? But seriously. All right. Yeah, let's move along. Maybe it'll be resolved in a little bit. You had an opinion. It's not that big of a deal. It just wasn't the way it went down. Let's give you a chance to see that. I don't even know what's going on with you, Sammy. What's going on? We were all behaving. Don't make me pull out the grandmommy in me. Seriously, it's okay, Sammy. I don't know what's happening, but everybody relax. We're on edge. All right? Yeah, let's everybody take a moment, hit the thumbs up, take a breather. All right? I want to see the thumbs up going up right now. Okay, so all right. They did apologize. I seen above. They apologized. There we go. All right, resolved. Look at that. It's the blame game, right? Well, this is a lot. This is a lot for all of us, right? It's like one of those things. It's like there's new players, there's new information, it's overload. There's a lot of things going on. Ultimately, we all work well together. We're all here for one common goal, which is Sebastian and the truth of what happened. So I think we can. Yeah. You know what? Let me pull out my Judge Judy. Don't make me. Oh no, because they're both mean. I can't. Because then it's like I'd be being mean to you guys. I don't want to be mean to you guys. All right. So basically, we're hearing, what I'm hearing is actually illegal. And I'm shocked. I'm shocked if this was true and there was any truth to it, that TerriLynn wouldn't be in trouble.
Point where.
Me too. I kept falling asleep and waking up because it was in my earbud. And I'm like, finally took it out.
She was bitching about the officer not wanting to cross the river because his pants were pleated and he didn't want to ruin his pants, and that they were wandering across the bank line, and she was trying to locate the spot where she had found them, and she kept saying like, oh, it's a little bit further, maybe it's over here.
Oh, I didn't even see anybody come at you for asking a question, Jay. Yeah, no, I agree. TikTok's a whole new arena. It's hard to follow. It's hard to listen to. And I even told you last night you were asking fabulous questions. I'm glad you did. Didn't seem like anybody else was. There was a few things that kind of, and not from you, obviously. There were a few things that stood out to me that I want to point out here. But yeah, no, I think you did great. I don't think she's spreading that much good info, though. I don't know. I don't. I think, matter of fact, I'll go as far as to say, I think what TerriLynn is doing is more of a danger than a positive. I mean, it's not good to drive around, for hours on end without taking a break. It's not good not to be going to sleep. It's not good to be driving and looking on your phone and reading chat. There's a lot of things that she's doing that isn't good, and I don't think it's helping the police. Gene, you don't have to step out. Everything's fine now. We all got off to the wrong start. Everybody's fine. Don't leave. You're fine. Don't think I can watch TikTok. I did watch some of this. Yeah, I watched this because Jay did great on it, honestly. I spoke with Seth's coworker wife last night. She was very upset about barbecue's accusations. Yes, something doesn't fit right. I'll tell you what it is. I'll be honest with you. This is what I don't like. I don't like the just believe me, just believe me. You know what I mean? Like one of those things, like you're coming out with something so heavy and we're skimming past it. If the pants were Sebastian's, that is significant. And I don't think one of those things like just believe me or just trust that I have sources, I don't think that's good enough. Matter of fact, I'm tired of hearing it. I'm tired of just believing. We should just believe that people have these sources. These are significant allegations being made. We should be demanding that, well, okay, trust you have a source. Who's your source? This is crucial. This is very crucial. So that's something we just skim over and be like, okay, yeah. I mean, if I was TerriLynn, just like when TerriLynn was threatening, when that whole accusation came out that TerriLynn was going to plant evidence on clues, that's a big damn deal. Like, such a big deal.
Here, like, she was trying to, like, recall how far she had gone down the river. So for me, I was like, okay, let's go back. And I rewound the video. Okay, to the point where she was walking around this big, uprooted but rooted tree.
Right. Why are we just,
And if anybody remembers that video,
hey, Wa.
It was cutting in and out. It was freezing. The camera was on the ground. It was zoomed in. Like, there's some things I remember to a fucking T. And this.
All right. So this is what, she noticed all these things, and that's great. She has a great eye for things. Hey, Wa. And I love that. But so is the statement based off her feelings of what she witnessed, or is there fact to it? Because if you just witnessed TerriLynn acting shady, then that's one thing. But if you actually know without a doubt that those pants did belong to Sebastian Rogers, that's a whole other thing. You know what I mean?
This is one of them. And she's panning around the tree. Now, mind you, we had rewound. So when you stop a live on YouTube and then you go and private it, it's going to stop everybody from even viewing the rewind.
Yeah, that's the one thing. I mean, the one thing I do like about YouTube is we do offer the rewind, right? On TikTok, you can't rewind shit. Once it's done, it's done. You can't even see it no more. Hey, Janae. Were the pauses a connection issue or privacy in case? That's a good question. The other thing being, yeah, she was like, girl, excuse me, I have to crack my back. Ooh, it felt great. The other thing being, TerriLynn does a lot of that though, where she kind of just stares at one thing or pans at one thing. She's not very, professional with her footage. Good morning, Shay.
I know you know this, Jay, because the other night at 1:30 in the morning or whatever, TerriLynn privated her fucking video that you were watching.
She sure did.
Okay.
Shady.
So before that had happened, she's panning around on the ground. I didn't really think about it completely, but I never forgot it. But she's on the ground and she said, let me put the phone really close and say this. Let me think. That is what she said. And after meeting her the other day and being able to firsthand in person observe how she talked and her like mannerisms and things like that, I believe she was out in the woods talking to herself. And I think that she was trying to really think, where the fuck did I hide these pants at?
Right. So her reason for believing they were Sebastian's pants is based off feelings, right? Which I understand. Barculate just unfortunately speculation questioning can lead to conflict or drama other than just going off the facts we have. It does, yeah. It does. And I'm not questioning this to insult the people that are saying it because I like them. It's not about that. I just think this is a very crucial thing that we are accusing somebody of, and I want a little more than feelings about it. And I think that if it was something as simple as, oh, I have, I have an inside source that told me without a doubt they were Sebastian's pants, then you leave it at that. We want to do the, she was looking shady while she was recording and she did that. It wouldn't matter. You could say I had a feeling based off that and that was validated because then I had actual confirmation. But right now it just sounds like they feel that way. So I would love to see some type of confirmation. Understand if we can have it. Maybe if even one of them was showed me privately and then I can kind of co-sign it publicly. I want to put it out there without permission. That's one thing I don't do. If somebody asks me not to disclose something, I don't disclose it. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see if maybe they can, kind of share what their source is. In the meantime, I did ask somebody else to see if we can get more of a solid answer on that. Right, Heather. I mean, it's a crime. What she did would be a crime. It's absolutely a crime. Yeah, I did hear that. I heard that last night too, and I do believe that. For almost like she's asking us to look at her background, maybe the acting side of things is TL asking for help or setting her up. Gone to Crime Time Buzz, 40K members now, and most, if not all, are BHB subs. Good morning, Parody Patty. I am Jason. It's the weather changing.
If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's my humble fucking opinion.
Well, all right. So right there. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. And that's so you don't have any facts to back it up. It's your feelings. Never mind. So that just answered it. To be honest, I didn't watch all this. I woke up and this was going on. So I kind of caught midway. So this is new to me. So again, it's not if I'm wrong, I'm wrong. This is a big accusation. Either you have proof, you have validation that took place, or it's based off feelings. And based off that statement right there, I'm going to go with it's based off feelings. So just remember, something like that could be accused of any of us, right? And unless any of you are okay with people running around with that being factual based on somebody's feelings, I suggest we don't do it here. It's a very serious thing. 505, welcome to the MFers. There you go. Right, Heather. Thank you for becoming a member. Hey, Kels. I think we need to send Terry and Blowhorn Betty in space. Hell, I want to go to space. If everyone keeps talking about her, she's going to gain a lot of subs money. Yeah, of course, that's how it goes. Hey, Billy Sunday. I think there's no proof and a huge line has been crossed. Stuff like stating that as fact could destroy someone's chance to ever get justice. Something as stupid as that. It's important. Yeah, it is. It's an important piece of information to be wrong on. So, I don't know. Maybe they have something else and it just comes off that way. I don't know. Moving along now.
You back on that story?
Sure.
All right. So she finds the pants. The part that I saw, you can't watch 12 hours of the pants. Piggyback on.
That's my humble. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong. But that's my humble fucking opinion.
Excuse me, Kim French. Don't come in here disrespecting me when I'm the only person that slowed down and thought about this logically, okay? You come in with that aggressive attitude. I get it. Maybe you support her. She's your friend. I understand the accusation is big, but obviously you've been listening. And if you've been listening, I just stated exactly that. And no, we're not bullies for ganging up on her. Not fair. She deserves some of the criticism she is getting. Absolutely deserves it. You know what's not fair? Pulling on everyone's heartstrings, like you're the only one out here looking for this little boy and acting like you get no benefit from it, but then turning around and having subscribe to my channel at the bottom of his flyer. That is unfair. If she's getting a bunch of backlash from everybody, well, I don't know what to tell you. That's the problem. Maybe that's her problem at this point. Yeah, actions have consequences. I don't know, Crimson Moon. I do that on my titles. And I never do that when I'm typing. That's too hard to do. No, she's not humble. Be humble. Sit down. Be humble. Yeah, we need help. I mean, respectfully, I do feel like your friend needs help. And I would consider asking her that. Suggesting that to her. Hey, Kraken. Truth is, regardless, more people talk about this on a bigger scale. The pressure puts on Ellie for answers. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, she's a bester.
Can I piggyback?
Betty said she's no longer a bullhorn. Okay. No, you cannot. What did I say? Thank you, Gary. I didn't think it was too classy a move when she put her info and asked people to follow her. Right? No, that's not classy at all. Did you watch QB Live yesterday when Barbecue talked about TL and then all this info with Jay? I get a weird feeling. Too much crazy info at once. I did. I watched a little bit of it. I've never even suggested his pants were planted. I just said it was more than obvious they were small to be Sebastian's. Well, it has been speculated that evidence was planted, that some of the things they found were planted. But again, when you're saying like you have a source and you know it's true, and then you kind of say, well, that's my feelings. Well, your feelings aren't a source. Although you should always trust your gut on things, but you know what I'm saying. It's a big allegation is all. I think it's a big deal. Hey, Bluebird and Deborah, good morning.
You back on that story?
Sure.
All right. So she finds the pants. The part that I saw, you can't watch 12 hours of this woman, you know. So the part that I saw was where they were in the water and she called the police to have them come get it. And she had this officer there and he didn't get in the water to retrieve it. But she's telling her audience that he's useless. These officers, he didn't want to get wet. He didn't want to get the creases wet. Well, when the reality was, when she finally went and spoke to his boss in another live, because she was dropping off something of evidentiary value, allegedly.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
What's that?
What? How can you collect certain evidence, right? You collect evidence, you bag it and tag it, so to speak.
Right.
You couldn't do that for those pants.
Oh, no, I'm sorry. You know what? I misspoke. She went to follow up on the pants. My bad. I was wrong on that. So what happened was that night, that officer stood there until his boss got there and she was there for hours.
The female boss.
But yes, the female boss said, I told him not to get in the water.
Exactly.
And she said this on her live. She said, I told him that I would come there and I would handle it.
So there's few things here. I remember people being upset, like the cop wouldn't even get in the water. Well, it is a big deal for the cop to get in the water. I mean, it really is. It's not like he can then just go home and wash his suit, his uniform and dry off. He'd be wet the rest of the day. That is a big deal. Talked to another lady. She was angry. SF gave out her number. Am I wrong and think that TL gave her number out on a live? I don't know. How would she know SF gave out her number? She gives out her number everywhere. No, nothing should ever be bagged and tagged by a private searcher. They don't even have the right to do that.
He just stood there and watched the pants until his boss got there. He was following orders, and she made it sound like he was, lazy and not wanting to get in the water.
Thank you, Kels.
She always has this distrust of law enforcement, and that was one of the instances.
Yeah, thank you, Jay, for saying
and I will
that.
say my point still stands because you can go back and watch the search videos.
Hey,
and
Divine.
that is absolutely something that they do. When they find evidence, they will get a trash bag and some gloves, and they will put whatever they found in the trash bag. And eventually they will get to where they go and take it to law enforcement. Why was it so specific that you called the cops for those pants instead of doing what you have been doing all along and just getting a bag and putting them in it?
I get what Clue's saying there, but honestly, it's one of those damned if you do, damned if you don't situations. If Terry would have done that, people would have freaked out and said she's touching, evidence and potential evidence and blah, blah, blah. She calls the cops and they say, well, why aren't you touching the potential evidence? Blah, 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 blah. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe TerriLynn didn't want to get in the water either. I don't know. It doesn't mean they were it doesn't mean they were playing it there. It doesn't. And are we, again, do we know without a doubt it was playing it there? Or are we going off feelings based on these things that we find to be suspicious? It's one of those things for me. Right, Remy. I mean, again, if she didn't, people will be saying otherwise. When I realized last night with all this, Seth didn't want real searching, try to distract from getting too close to truth, i.e. the laptop, and in my opinion, try to plant evidence, blame the Proudfoots. Yeah. Hey, Earth Angel. Sounds like she didn't want to get in the water either, but Terry should never have been bagging anything. Right, that's what I'm saying. I understand why she didn't. But it fits her prior behaviors. Well, minus the water part. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, she did it with other things, and she never should have. And then they did that whole, I've been driving around with evidence in my truck for 3 weeks. Well, that's weird. You know what I mean? Very weird. I caught a sweatshirt fishing this swim. Yeah, you'll catch a lot of things. But they're claiming that these pants were without a doubt Sebastian's. And I want validation on that. I want proof. I want something stronger than feelings. Yeah, Crimson, I'm actually going to skip to that. That is what is weird. It makes me think playing it. Yeah. I mean, I get why people think it. But there's a big difference in stating we think it and saying she planned it. Now, that was fucking weird, Jay. I forgot about that. That was weird. That was too weird. I forgot all about that. Oh, that was weird.
What?
No,
So what
TerriLynn
other
didn't
things?
even
Because
say it.
TerriLynn was hitting me hard with the things she was finding to try
Others
to
are
bait me.
saying it.
I know, Clue, you and I have talked about this, at length, but I told Barbecue a little bit earlier, but I was telling her about, and I found this interesting.
Anyway, we're going to get right back to that because there's a different part of that I want to play. But so I was over here yesterday, and I'll tell you what, it was really impressive to see. Give me 1 second to get it. So I was looking for something to watch, and I came across Steven was live, and at this point, for a good bit of it, nobody was in there. But then he started talking about drama, and everybody was in there. And it kind of made me sad. I'm not going to lie. It made me a little sad. Where'd that just go? Do. What the hell did I just do? All right. It made me a little sad because there was like 30 people in there until he started on a drama. And that's how it goes, though. Like, drama brings in people. It's kind of sad because he had a good story prior to the drama coming out. All right, let me see. Maybe it's about here.
At night on Monday, September 9th.
Okay.
That is a proof. I guarantee it. Come here. I challenge. Well, fuck what people thinking. I refuse to, and I still refuse to talk shit about her.
All right, so he's going to get into TerriLynn, how he feels.
I don't know what all would transpire that night, but what I got told is she said that I told her not to turn. I never said to turn off that video, which was a lie. I did. I walked right up to her, said, "Hey, can you shut this down for a second?" And Chris wasn't disrespectful, man. Think off, everybody's like, "Oh, you're Team Chris." No, I stood over, believe it or not.
I did too, Smoking Jay.
I think Kaylee or whatever her name. There was a group of us standing back while all this was taking place. It wasn't until I realized the time, it's like, hey, man, I got to get the fuck out of here. I got to get home to my son. So I'm going to go over here, talk to everybody.
Mm-hmm. We're going to get to that, Pine Needle.
Hey, I was wondering how you got to fly your drone in the area of the search area of the police.
All right, so at one point, he gets really worked up.
Best judge.
Because he's saying TerriLynn said that he said F you, and he is adamant he never said that.
That there's bad blood here. Like, he said, no, it's okay. Exactly. I'm telling you right now.
This is about Chris.
I did mouth, hey, I know there's bad blood here. I just let her get in her car. It'll be what it is. And he said, no, there's no problem. I would like to talk to her and respectfully talk to her. It's the craziest thing in my life. I have never fucking witnessed what I witnessed last night.
So he's talking about when Chris showed up and saw TerriLynn, and he's kind of like, I know there's bad blood here. And Chris is like, no, everything's good. We're cool. I want to meet her. So they were a little worried by that, which, to be fair, I can see why TerriLynn would be worried about that too. Hey, Mrs. M. Give me 1 second, guys. I will BRB. Give me just a minute. I do apologize. 1 second. I forgot to keep it rolling. So I have to admit, I'm a horrible first-time cat mom. Horrible cat mom. Anyway, okay. So I'm glad you didn't leave. Get it? Leave. Ha ha. Ha ha ha. All right. So whatever I was saying, you know what I mean? He's saying whatever.
And then, I'm fucking turning on a live. Like, dude, fuck everybody that's sick. I bust my. I've been out here since day one searching. Motherfuck, are you serious right now? Are you serious? So let me go on this fucking rant because I've held this in for a little long time.
And at this point, his views jumped, and that's sad. That's sad. There was like 3 of us in there talking all morning, and as soon as he got worked up, everybody came in and was talking. That makes me sad for him because Steven puts out good work that's not drama based that I feel like gets overlooked. Yeah, no, my cat is not my husband, thankfully, but she is a female. Yeah. I really never had any weird feeling about KP and CP, but after Sean started interview, I was like, this guy is strange. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what, Lauren, we took a lot of hits over here because from day one, we pointed out the red flags with Seth Rogers, and we took a lot. I mean, I took a lot of hits for it. I had people coming at me left and right because everybody had him on a pedestal, but not us over here. We could see right through him from day one. Never switched up, never thought differently, never blamed the Proudfoots. I always say feet. Everybody's saying feet. Proudfoot. Never blamed them. Just immediately knew that there were red flags with Seth. And I am so happy that the internet came to see it too. Well, oh man, B10, did we ever? Did we ever? But we stuck true to our feelings. We didn't bend because the internet told us to or told us we were wrong. So thank you for all of you that were here day one with me as we pointed out these red flags. Earth Angel, thank you for becoming a member. First exposing a lot. That's why others pick on her. I was the first to expose Nina, to expose Tony. You know, go back. You'll see it all. I know, Lauren, everybody, it is hard, though. It is hard because obviously plural, a foot is feet. You're speaking of 2. You automatically want to change it to proud feet, but it's annoying. It is very annoying. I could see through them, too. Before I ever found this channel, I watched on JLR and Dolly when he first came around. Yeah, it was too many. And when he decided he was going to work with the Proudfoots, and suddenly he was like, if you don't like it, F you. And then, you guys remember? They turned around and JLR and Pascal were like angry about that. And they that is to be fair, and then he switched his tone up real quick because they were kind of like, oh, I wonder if people are gonna want their money back and blah blah blah. And then next thing you know, that night he's back out trashing them.
I sat there and I thought about hearing this shit as Terry as a person. She may
as a person. I'm with you, Jay. I mean, we spoke about that, you and I, that if there was, if I was to believe any of the parents like were involved, the 2 would be that. But they all have red flags, absolutely. I just feel like Seth's are a little brighter. There's more of them, and they're waving more in my face. Yeah, exactly, Leon.
May be a great person. She's always been nice. But as a motherfucking pathological liar, holy shit. You can criticize me. You can say everything y'all want. I'm going to tell you right now. There ain't a mother. You can criticize. But as a motherfucking pathological liar, holy shit.
Does anybody else want to sound clip that? Look, the way his voice changed and the sincerity in it.
Great person. She's always been nice. But as a motherfucking pathological liar, holy shit.
As a motherfucker, the way he like his tone got all deeper and shit, that was funny.
You can criticize me. You can say
Good morning,
everything y'all
Twisted.
want. I'm
T-Bell.
going to tell you right now, there ain't a motherfucking thing that I have done that hasn't been against my best judgment and what Sebastian's best judgment would be. And I'm telling you that right now.
Yeah,
when
well,
you
it
have
was me, you,
everybody
and one other chatter.
talking about the trauma, drama, bullshit, it all surrounds one group of people.
It does.
Tony, Seth, and everybody with that group.
Amen.
It's funny that I've never been attacked. I've never been ran up on. I've never been harassed by anybody with Chris's whole side.
No,
yet people seem to think.
I didn't even know she makes videos. I wonder if I type her name in, if it will come up. Thank you for telling me. I'll have to see it. I was listening when you were talking about Seth. 100%. Thank you for doing your part and sharing facts and truth, keeping it real. Thank you, Kristen Mood. Thank you all for being here. I know he is funny. When he gets worked up, he is funny. Sorry, I'm waiting for a particular message, but that wasn't it. All right. I wish oh, it's okay, Stephanie. We live and learn. Jesse girl, is that funny? He's like, a motherfucking he got hyped with it.
That it's Chris doing this and Chris doing that.
Good morning,
Dude,
Janet.
It's funny. Me and Terry's been in the same areas. Never have I been attacked. Have I been targeted? Have I been anything?
Listen closely here.
I am telling you right now, this whole fucking thing is a set up to say they did it. If you don't believe what I'm fucking saying, you are a piece of shit, and we're going to do everything to destroy the narrative that you're feeding people that, you know, that goes against us. That's just it.
It is just it. And I'll tell you why. This is a man looking you directly in the eye through his camera. He got the veins in his neck going. His face is bright red. He is telling you the truth. This man is telling you the truth. And that's exactly how it's been. That team, that's so, you know, quote unquote team over there, they're the ones who've been out here from day one saying, we're receiving threats, intimidation, the searchers are being followed. But the only people that have been threatened are the people that don't push their narratives. The only proof of people being threatened are those who don't push the narrative. And that is the truth. That is absolutely the truth.
That is really it. It's about, oh, poor me. Oh, poor me. Let me tell you, dude, the fucking recordings, Terry, we can go there if you want to. Multiple recordings, the fucking Red Robin shit. The Red Robin where I sat there. I'm going to tell you, Seth is not a good person, bud. If it was the case, then why in the fuck? Why in the motherfuck would you be talking the way you do to most people? Dude, every word.
Right. Why would you? Welcome, GB. Welcome. Glad to have you. No, not one receipt, but Steven does. He does actually pull out a receipt, Betty's. I mean, listen, again, this man is looking you dead ass in the eyes. I believe him. I believe him.
Out of his mouth is some disgusting, disturbing motherfucking thing talking about, oh, that straw, I got a straw for you to suck on. Oh, yeah.
And the cursing. See, when I'm passionate like this, I curse like this too, because he's so worked up. He's so passionate. He's telling the truth that he's so angry. And I believe him. Oh, I got a straw for you to suck. We heard that's what he said. Now, again, that guy came out and said, oh, he never said that to my girlfriend, but his girlfriend didn't say it. Right. And you got to remember, some of those people are in person with Seth and Tony. And if they're blackmailing YouTubers, if they're blackmailing TikTokers, what do you think to the people they're doing in person? Don't ever forget, when people decided they no longer wanted to push Seth's narrative, he sent out cease and desist. So many people are complaining about the whole, ROs. But this man sent out cease and desist to actual searchers and people that were in Tennessee that could make a difference.
Meat you're putting in your mouth. Let me put a piece of meat in your mouth. Dude, I'm telling you, the shit I heard.
He heard it.
The shit I heard. I've literally been told, calm, hey man, keep your calm, don't say nothing. I keep going about my day and I do what I do. And then at the end of the day, last night put me on, it just told me real quick, holy fuck, Pam. What everybody was saying. And then yet everybody's like, turn the page. Steven's the bad guy. Steven's the.
Well, Steven's saying he heard it. That's all hearsay. He's never heard him say that. How do you know he's never heard him say that if he's saying he heard him say it? He just said twice the things I've heard this man say, and then he quoted 2 things. So I don't know. I mean, again, we can say, all right, maybe he's never said that, but we sure did hear him when they lit up the bridge in green for Sebastian, and Seth is walking and somebody's recording, I think TerriLynn, and they make a comment about where are you going to stand on the bridge, and they say, oh, we'll have you between these two, and he makes that inappropriate comment about, oh, I love to be between you 2 women. I mean, we've heard him make inappropriate statements. It's not far-fetched, right? It's not like we're talking about the pants where, like, okay, that's speculation. I need proof. These are things we've heard. We've heard him sit on a female's panel, and pretend to, touch himself. We heard these things. So it's not, it's not like these are just out of thin air. There's other things we did hear to back it up. Rudy Ferris situation. Oh, Cynthia, thank you for the super chat. In my opinion, this is, well,
the one that's doing all this. Steven's the one that turned on everybody. No, dude, I didn't turn on anybody. What I noticed was that, hey, man, I made a crucial mistake. I let my emotions my emotions get to me. Not think with logic. Accuse 2 people that I had no business accusing of doing something when there was no factual evidence to suggest they did it. Now,
he got caught up in the hype. He got caught up in being, oh, okay, I get you. He got caught up in being part of the crew. You kind of feed off the people you're around and what you're hearing, and he believed it. A lot of people did believe it early on, including people who, had experience in things like this, like Trevor Lee, JLR, Chloe, and Heather, and all those people. Even I know a lot of people don't care for her, but even Jules said she was kind of caught up in it. He is telling the things from the story at the dinner with Pascal. He says himself, Pascal didn't leave because of hearing inappropriate things. Well, what he says, to be fair, Taj, what he says is, I don't think that's why Pascal left. Others think otherwise that were there at the dinner. So I don't know. The one thing Steven said that I didn't like, and that's the only one thing that stood out to me, is he was on a panel explaining his whole conversation with the detective. And he said that he made the mistake of saying that they had footage of Sebastian, but he meant to say if they had footage. Well, that's like a crucial mistake, right? That's not even a mistake. You didn't mistakenly leave off the fact if they have footage. You led us all to believe they had footage based off what you were told. I don't believe for 1 second it was he misspoke and forgot to add the word if. I mean, that changed the game. You know what I mean? That was huge. So I think dismissing it and playing it off like you simply misspoke isn't really cool. But the fact that he did acknowledge it, he's apologized, and he set forth to do better. I'm willing to. I give grace. I give grace to everybody who's willing to do better. I just, let's not play it off like, oh, I simply forgot the word if. I mean, it was a huge thing to just simply forget. Pascal should have come forward to his audience on why he left. He just all ignored it. I think Steven said that Pascal kind of looked around and was like, like nobody there was like, they didn't represent themselves correctly, is how I heard Steven describe it. Which, to be honest, if you look at that courtroom, yeah, some of those people just weren't, they don't represent themselves in a appropriate manner. It was like being at Walmart. Sorry, that's how I felt. We get wrapped up in cases general. Right, exactly. And he's acknowledged it. So
can we all assume or think that they've done it? Yeah, dude, that's anybody has a right to a fucking opinion. But when you are hardcore trying to say that they did it, that's when it's wrong. Do you understand that if the hope that never is fucking persuaded? Why? Because one side has critically just damned the other side. And God forbid you go against their fucking narrative.
Yes,
they don't want to do it. Jaguar Hooligan, thank you so much. It's the thing is, Amanda, sweetie, what I'm going to say right now is, as much as we want it to be about Sebastian, the truth of the matter is it's not. It's the conversations that we have. I'm even guilty of it right now.
He is. And you know what? So is the audience that jumped up by 100 when he got worked up. We're all guilty of it. We are all guilty of it.
I am talking about the fucking drama, the lies, the bullshit that that continues to get built behind people that are involved with it. And then, yeah, I'm the main motherfucking target of it. Oh, Steven's bad. Steven's done this. Y'all couldn't fucking hang with me for one day. I'm going to promise you that. That is a proof. I guarantee it. Come here. Come here. I challenge you. Spend a day with me, dude. No hard feelings. No arguments.
Hey,
we'll go out. We'll see what you're made of. I can promise you this. I don't sit on my fucking ass.
And there's that. And he said it. I believe him too, Colleen. I believe in you. That type of passion doesn't come from fabrication. It just doesn't. Do they give grace with court proceedings with those who have restraining orders on them? As I saw the Proudfoots there and Chris too. Wonder this. Can you elaborate, Kit? I'm not too sure. Do they give grace with court proceedings with those who have restraining orders on them? As I saw the Proudfoots there and Chris too. Wonder this. Yeah, I can't really decipher what you're asking, to be honest.
I'm
you can
sick and
elaborate,
tired
please.
of every person that sits behind a screen that says, oh, this, and this. Dude, do you understand what the fuck I do for a living? I do cell phone towers. I run guys. I run construction crews. I also turn around and take my free fucking time to do this because I do care. And
and that is fantastic. And I'm not knocking that. I do appreciate that he does all of this. But I will also say this too. I am tired of, and it's not just him that does it. It also comes with TerriLynn, right? The whole like, well, I'm out here searching, and that's fantastic. But you are choosing to do that, and while it is a great thing, and a lot of us do offer, we praise you for it. It's also a choice to do, right? So I don't know. It's just like everybody with every time you call out TerriLynn, people are like, well, she's searching. Okay, and she's also live streaming it and making money. So spare me that just because you do a positive doesn't mean we can't acknowledge the negatives.
Tell you, it has been something that has been good for me because I have an addiction issue. I dealt with it. I'm sober for 8 years now. It is something, it's a way that I keep myself positive and involved in something positive instead of doing negative and dumb shit.
That is awesome. Congratulations on your recovery. Speaking of recovery, I can't believe there are people that are confidently sitting there claiming that Chris and Katie look like they were drunk at court. That Chris and Katie look like they were drunk. I've seen the photos. I've seen the mullet. I've seen all the things. There are many things you can say, but to go as far as to say they were drunk, what gave you that idea? You saw Katie for maybe 2 split seconds. You seen Chris for maybe 10 seconds total. What do you mean they look drunk? And before people go pointing fingers, calling people addicts and alcoholics, maybe look in your own home, okay? It is exhausting to hear people that claim to be in recovery making such asinine comments based off what? Projection? That's what I think it is.
So, and dude, I don't know, man. At the end of the day, I'm getting fucking irritated because I'm telling you, since the very beginning, let's go back to the very beginning of this shit. Tony and Seth, it all starts with fucking Tony's ass.
Congratulations,
first and foremost.
Seymour.
When I sat there and he literally sends a message.
Wild guess.
Hey, man, I've heard you've been talking about, the case. I would love, for you to get involved and be part of the group that's going to help push them, talk about Sebastian, right?
And we do all recall Tony coming out here and saying, if I could just find a handful of YouTube creators willing to basically push Seth's narrative for 20 minutes a night. We heard that. Hey, Victoria. Hi to everybody coming in. No, they weren't drunk. No, nobody in that courtroom appeared drunk to me. Right, at least make it believable. This place is nuts. I agree.
That's awesome. Cool. All a part of it.
Apple juice.
There's the other problem, though. Do you know why I was approached? It was because I was
cider.
one of the ones that were fitting their narrative. I was one of the ones that was saying Chris and Katie did it.
Absolutely,
I was hardcore on it. They fucking done it. Well, all of a sudden, when I talked to Tim Bailey at this sheriff's department, and Tim Bailey can fucking vouch for this. Maybe pull a FOIA report. Look at the recording when I'm sitting up there talking to the detectives. Just saying, FOIAs are not hard to do. I sat there and talked to the detective for damn near 30, 45 minutes.
See, this is what's aggravating Emerald Skies, right? Emerald Skies makes a comment that Katie looked beautiful. I even went as far as to say Betty looked pretty nice. I'm not going to lie. Betty, you know, she looked okay there. Betty's not an ugly woman. Her personality's very ugly. If Betty put more effort into herself, she's very pretty. I've seen Betty look very pretty many times. She's not an ugly woman. Her attitude makes her uglier. But the fact that you can't even compliment somebody without getting hate blows my mind. Hey, Kelly. It is nuts. We can't even say somebody looks pretty without all of a sudden being attacked for it. I mean, good golly. Hell yeah, it's that time of year, Jen. And no, I'm not Team Betty because I said there's times she looks pretty. Let's, you know, come on.
When I got done and I left, I would make a crucial fucking mistake that I've talked about several times with the wording on the video.
Oh, I have, SS.
Simple.
Truly, I have.
The words got put in my motherfucking mouth on a TikTok live that I didn't even know it was coming. I got blindsided. When I called that out, me and Tony would get into it. He started cussing. It was the next day. I would talk to 716 girl, Cindy. Cindy would call in behind me to the sheriff's department to talk to Tim Bailey.
See, this is right here. If you're listening, there's a big problem in this. It's the fact that there are so many people that are getting involved to that level, right? Listen to what he said. He gets an argument with Tony. Then he names some other woman. That other woman calls into, you know, why as TikTokers and YouTubers and whatever, are we even calling the investigators asking for anything pertaining to this case that we're not entitled to? I see so many hate. Well, you know what, Meg? To be honest, the mullet was a little funny, so I get why people are laughing about that. But what I love best is many of these people don't cam up them damn selves, right? You've never seen them on camera, and if you have, they're no beauty stars. So the fact that they have no problem sitting there and focusing on looks, and then claiming people are drunk or under influence, it just, you know, again, worry about yourself. Worry about yourself.
Okay. We talked to Tim Bailey. Tim Bailey said, you know, opinions are like motherfuckers. I mean, they are a motherfucker. And you got to watch what you say. You can mentally hurt somebody, especially given the sensitive topic that this is. And judging somebody of them doing something when there is no factual evidence to suggest they done. That's Tim Bailey's words. He told me, he said, look, man, there's nothing there. There's no fucking proof they've done anything wrong. If we had it, I promise you, they would be in jail.
I hate to pause such an important message to acknowledge the mullet conversation taking place in the chat. But yes, mullets are back in style. And somebody like Chris who wears a ball cap, you know, the curly hair coming out the back is in style, is cute, whatever. I think people were shocked. I think people were shocked to see him without the facial hair. They looked a lot different. I even took a double glance. Is that Chris? And like I said, me and Voices even were like, no. She's like, no, it's this person. Because he looks so different. You know, that's all. We hadn't seen him in a while. It's no big deal.
There's nothing. He said, dude, if you don't think we've not ran dogs in and out of that house, you don't think we've done our job? He said, not to mention the TBI and the FBI. Do you understand how many times Chris and Katie have been fucking interviewed? Do y'all not understand this? So when you start looking at everything for the FBI, do you understand how many times Chris and Katie have been fucking interviewed?
This is the stuff, it does kind of make me giggle a little bit because this is stuff, Stephen, that we were saying as you were screaming they were guilty, right? So I'm glad that he's like realized all of this. And I hope by Stephen opening his eyes, he can help open somebody else's eyes. But this is exactly what we've all been saying. We've all been saying this. Do you not think the FBI, people still say like they need to get Chris and Katie separate and interrogate them? Do you not think they did? Really? Do you not think that the FBI, LE, or TBI have never separately interrogated them? Of course they have. Of course they have.
Do y'all not understand this?
Right.
So when you start looking at everything for black and white, right?
Yeah, I don't
for what it is, I have to take a step back and be like, wait a minute. I've been the accused, because trust me, I get it all the time. It's funny how when you're falsely fucking accused, it does piss you off.
Oh, it does. Believe me.
I could see where Chris would get upset. I could see where Katie would get upset because I deal with it on a fucking daily basis.
Yeah, and you deal with it on a much smaller level. You know what I mean? Like, imagine on a level they've been getting it.
It's literally a narrative. And if people can't understand this, and then people, let me say this for TerriLynn. One more, I'm gonna get this out. TerriLynn, fucking talking about, you called me that night.
Uh-huh.
And I think it was
a very inappropriate time.
She called me.
What time? What time she call you, Steven? Oh, don't grunt like her now. All right, there she is. TerriLynn. What time?
At 11:47 fucking p.m.
11:47 p.m.
night on Monday, September.
Ma'am, you were calling people at 11:47 p.m. on a Monday night? Do these people have anything going on? I mean, listen, don't be calling my line after 8 p.m. We're going to have problems. That is so disrespectful. I like how he said the PM, then added at night. Like, thank you for the clarification there, Steven. But yes, fucking PM. I mean, that is disrespectful. What, are you all right? Don't be calling people that late on a school night, on a work night, on a weeknight. Hell, don't even call me on a weekend at that time. Woo! To a guy that works day shifts, right? Does she even know? Like, is she even aware of what she's doing? Oh, Lord.
September 9th.
Wow, Steven. Oh, look at that. Proof and all. Shut up. There it goes. Hey, Brooke. What?
I was in bed.
Yeah, he was in bed. His son's sick. And
so, don't answer and turn my call. How about I went out to Bon Aqua, Tennessee.
So not only does she have the nerve to call it damn near midnight over some stupid drama, but then she said, "Oh, you didn't answer my call." Huh. Well, I'll be damned.
Try to be nice for her, man. She's selling land out there, and I would fly.
Oh, she's selling land? Wait, what?
I'm selling land out there to Bon Aqua, Tennessee, to try to be nice for her, man. She's selling land out there, and I would fly like her zones.
Is she a realtor? Is she a realtor, or does she own the land? Where's this land at? We might need to take note of this. What's the land? Because I don't know. If you listen to TerriLynn, she claims that she's known this family for 40 years. She's had a Mercedes. Was it a Mercedes? Or one of the other that came up. There's a lot of weird things going on over there. Can we mark this land down? Just keep it in mind. That's all. Keep it in mind.
I asked her, hey, man, I need this, this, and this because I don't mind to help fly a drone and I will say she did offer to pay.
She offered to pay. That's
so
nice.
Did somebody else.
How much? Who else? It
wasn't about that. I was just trying to be nice. I offered services. I go out there and flew it. I fucking put everything out.
Yeah,
and I did what I did.
That was nice.
And left it alone. She couldn't get me this stuff. I told Sherry, hey, man, there's nothing I could do. I need the correct stuff.
What's the correct stuff that you needed? What's going on here? What are you guys doing?
Around in your car, like, yeah, no. And Brandy Smith, I that's the thing, man. I have sat, hi barbecue. I have sat here and kept my motherfucking mouth shut. Ooh. And I'm sorry, I'm cussing. I know y'all hate that. Some of y'all do, but I am pissed, man. Seth is a garbage human, period. But yet we're made to paint Chris and Katie as they're terrible people. Yeah. But yet the man has said some of the most off the wall shit to people that is unreal, and I've been present for it. Tony, dude, both of them are pill poppers. If you can't tell, they can't fucking hold their eyes open. Their pupils look like fucking pinpoints every time.
Well, no, he didn't. Yes, he did. He went there. He went there. He did. He went there. Now, I will say, Tony does always look like he's like half awake there. You know what I mean? Sebastian's Ellie was just lying to say the word. I don't believe it, Taj. I don't think many people do here believe it. I think we want more proof to it. But man, he made a bold statement there.
The wall shit to people that is unreal, and I've been present for it. Tony, dude, both of them are pill poppers. If you can't tell, they can't fucking hold their eyes open. Their pupils look like fucking pinpoints every time, dude. I know. That's what I did. My choice of drug. So we want
same. And I do always say that drug addicts, recovering drug addicts, current drug addicts have drug radar. You know what I mean? It's one of those things like you can spot it. Now, I want to go back and look. I mean, we all kind of suspect it. I mean, hell, Seth himself said he took too much medication. He fell asleep during a polygraph. It's not hard to believe. You know what I mean? But I'm curious now. Curious to go check some eyes.
Want to start throwing stuff out there? Let's do that.
We do, Punky.
But at the end of the day, you on the other side are the problem.
Heidi.
You continue to try to paint a narrative of bad. Why? Yeah. Oh, poor me syndrome. That's what I call it.
Me too. I call it Eeyore, sir. Stephen, I call it Eeyore. He got the Eeyore syndrome. Oh, it's me. Nobody likes me. I'll just stay over here. That's exactly what he does. And yes, Heidi, it is the same TerriLynn. It is the same TerriLynn. Oh, wait, what's going on? Oh, I don't know. Email sent. Hey, Cheesy. Wonder how much it takes to put Seth on his ass. Well, according to the tip line, they double dosed him to make sure he fell asleep for his procedure, but he was so stressed out that he woke up mid-procedure and they had to have 2 men lay on top of him to knock him back down.
Feel sorry for me. Feels, oh, I need this. Hey, be a part of this group. Hey, because it's weird when them fun fucking razors start coming out, don't they? Then people want to judge. And speaking of barbecues in here, dude, I have never seen people actually critically just slam 2 people in my life so hard over a fundraiser.
What do you mean?
I get it, man. But they had receipts. There's the proof out there to show that the money went where it was supposed to.
Kiss my ass, Nick.
I can't deal with the same shit anymore. And as much as I'm going to continue to look for Sebastian until you stop me, because you ain't going to.
Well, he'll send out a
say what the fuck you want, but you ain't up here with me. I'm telling you. Get in my boat. Get in my truck. Let's go in the woods. Hey, and I've got plenty of recordings. I can show anybody that they want on my GoPros how much footage I have with searching that never comes out to the general public. Why? Because I'm not trying to fucking raise money off of it. Did I shoot a small video clip and I say, hey, this is what I'm doing? Yeah, dude, it's content. But
well, yeah, it is content, but utmost respect for that, because Steven is the only person I know that has done live or has gone out and searched and did not record live the entire time. And the reason you don't do that is the same reason when what did I call him before? An Asian KV. Cajun Navy came in and they simply asked that JLR, Dolly, any YouTubers or TikTokers, anybody there, don't live stream it. It's an understandable and even respectable request. Don't live stream it. What are you going to do if you come across somebody, something? What are you going to do then? You can't retract the live stream, right? Once it's aired, it's aired. Once it's on the internet, it's there forever. You should not be live streaming these searches. Absolutely, you should not. Well, some people do, though. They sure do.
I would never show anything doing with searching. Right. Why? Because it's pointless. Like, why? What the fuck? I can't focus on what I'm actually there for. Like, you know, TL a lot of.
You can't focus what you're there for. Just like we showed the video of Betty the other day when she was looking for that little missing toddler, JJ. And the whole time she's sitting there complaining and she's, you know, huffing and puffing and it's so hot and it's sticker needles and all those things. Meanwhile, a gentleman who went in without a phone was able to hear the whimpers of the baby.
About the Seth said at Red Robin, she said she was there and Seth never said anything. You know what's funny? Sitting there, let's talk about what TL said also.
Yeah, let's talk about what she said.
It came out of her own mouth on TikTok the other day that it's recorded about Seth and what she said, what Seth said to her out in the woods.
What did he say out in the woods?
It's also a recorded fucking conversation she has on her phone. She recorded the whole thing from Red Robin.
Oh,
it's on her phone.
You're not
talking about. I need people to analyze it.
You're not saying TerriLynn records everything, including phone calls? Shocker.
People, I need enhancement.
Hey, Mayor. Enhancement of what? What are we enhancing? Your Botox? What are we enhancing?
I don't understand.
TerriLynn? I don't understand
the people that are involved with this, I am a fucking idiot, is what I'm going to tell you.
Well,
I'm a gullible person.
Stupid, but we don't think you're
it's
an idiot.
Unfortunate. I allow people to get close. I have a big heart. I want to think that there is no bad people. Illuminati is probably one of the only people in my life that has taught me a valuable lesson. And I love her for this, and her husband or her fiance, because it was take the fucking heart. And honestly, Chris, take the heart off your sleeve, put it back in your chest, and don't let.
Why honestly, Chris? What are we saying here, Stephen? All right, let's see.
Let fucking people use it. That's just it. Also, protect it. It's like a virginity. Protect that shit.
Now, Stephen, with utmost respect, I find it hard to believe at your ripe middle age that you've never known by now to take your heart, keep it in your chest. But I'm glad that you feel, it is valuable advice, especially on the internet. Listen, Stephen's new to all this, from my understanding, which I don't understand, because he also said he deep dived Summer Wells' case. But people are telling me that Stephen is new. He simply came about because of this case. This is all new to him. If you haven't experienced the betrayal of the internet, well, you are in for a ride, let me tell you. You will have motherfuckers pretending to be your best friend, and the next day they're putting your screenshots and your conversations up on the internet. So, yeah, you got to protect yourself. Don't trust people. Keep everything to yourself. And that's it. It's a shame. It's a shame. Don't say anything in private you wouldn't want publicly. And for fuck's sake, if you learn that people are recording everything, watch what you say to them. Thank you, Sassy Southern Witch, for hitting the thumbs up. Listen, we have 1,215 people in here. We can get a little more thumbs up. We can get a little more thumbs up. I had it happen, beats him. So-called best friend for 2.5 years. It happens. People are gross and they have agendas. And you don't even have to do something for these people to turn on you. Why are these TikTok people finally speaking? It's because Seth and Tony are using Nick and Dog now. I'm sus of everyone. So many distractions. That's a really good question, Snazzy. I don't know the answer. I have a feeling we'll find out. I do too, Carol. I like them. I'm not saying I don't like them.
Because at the end of the day, nobody fucking's there for you. They're all going to stomp on it. And if there is a motive behind everything, I have noticed that every person involved, there is a motive.
There sure
That's why I'm alone.
Thank you, Miss Holly.
Terry and you could have been a powerhouse. The fuck we could.
The fuck we could.
You know how many times I've got missed phone calls?
Tell us how
many times I've seen phone calls. I'm like, nah, I don't want to be involved in that because I'm doing something and I just wanted to take care of what I needed to. I'm not trying to get involved with whatever the fuck's going on over here. Just like I did with Tony, just like I did with Seth. I mean, dude, the screenshots are out there. I even tried to do it in a nice way.
Wait, slow down. Get involved in what? Get involved in what? What were the phone calls trying to get you involved in? Hey, CB owner. Hold on, tell us.
Come to Tony, and then May 11th, I would say, hey, you know what?
March, April, May.
I have a record. I don't want to be a negative light shined against what y'all are trying to do.
Oh, because you thought because everybody dug into their records, your record would be put out. Okay, I get it.
And then it just kept on with the attacks. Hey, you need to go after barbecue. You need to go after this. Dude, the amount of people
who was telling you that
sending, blast attacks on, dude. The fucking. Where do y'all? All the screenshots that are out there, dude.
Hold on,
do y'all really think those are all made up?
No, we don't. We never did. But slow down.
That is orchestrated attacks on creators who have busted their ass off.
Orchestrated by who?
To be on the platform, who are questioning Seth.
Respectfully, nobody's busted their ass off to be on the platform. We simply push go live. But orchestrated attacks by who? By Tony? By Seth? Well, what was TerriLynn calling you, trying to get you involved in? These are the things I want answers to.
Questioning the validity behind these people in this organization that they call Sebastian's army. I don't give a crap what you do. You want to talk about misappropriation of funds?
He did.
Where's all that?
He did, Emerald. That happened months ago back here. You know what he was threatened over? You know what Trevor Lee was blackmailed for? Coming on my channel. It was stated that if he came back on my channel and showed any more private messages, they were going to frame him. And then they tried to frame him. They tried to frame Trevor Lee as being the one behind that recorded phone call that went out on the day that Chris Proudfoot was in court for custody.
that money going to? Where did it go? Where is Seth at on the fucking camera? You again, we can criticize Chris and Katie, but where is all these questions that we're asking Seth? Why are they always dodged?
Well, these are questions we've been asking, though.
Dodged. Why is there no proof where he's at? Like,
I don't know.
Tell me this. Where's the PPP parenting plan in the state of Tennessee that states that Seth was going to get custody of his son?
All right. So I've heard Stephen repeat this several times now. It wasn't done through the courts. So you're not going to find it. You're never going to find it because it was an agreement amongst the parents. It had nothing to do with courts. The courts weren't involved. It wasn't an actual parenting plan. It was none of that. It was simply Chris, Katie, and Seth speaking together about Sebastian and where he would go. So you're not going to find court records on it. I heard him say this again last night on TikTok, and I wish somebody would have clarified that for him because he's really thinking that. He's really thinking like, well, where are the papers? Well, and Dog's thinking that too. Dog's thinking it as well. But it had nothing to do with the course. They weren't involved. Hey, Sarah. Death of Sebastian. I'm glad I wasn't the only one that heard it. Thanks, chat. What do you mean? Who said the death of Sebastian? Yeah, it was a verbal agreement. Yeah, some of us do, Talisa. Thank you. All right, let's get back to asking Stephen.
Where is it at?
It doesn't exist. You won't find it. But
yet we demand all this from the other side. The moment you demand it from Seth and you start speaking on him, dear God.
Oh, I know.
Me.
No, cease and desist. He may
we'll see how it works. I don't understand you guys, man.
He did
talking
say that.
About fucking, we really care about this child.
Well, Taj, to be fair, what Chris said is he confronted Seth on Web Sleuths and said Sebastian didn't want to go. So they discussed it, but it wasn't written in stone yet.
No, the fuck y'all don't, dude. Nobody does. At the end of the day, if y'all really cared about this child, then we would. This is the just prime example. All this bullshit would be set to the side and said, okay, you know what? For Sebastian's sake, we need to look at this strictly just for Sebastian.
Right. Well, some of us have been saying that. But to be fair, the other night, that's what they did, right? When they all came together, regardless of what side they were on, they all came together. TerriLynn, the TikTok women, Steven, they all came together to go put flyers around town for Sebastian. It didn't matter who supported which parent. They were strictly there for Sebastian. But guess how that ended? It's exactly what we're talking about today. It's exactly what we're talking about today. A bunch of drama. Even though they put their differences aside for the betterment, it still ended up being nothing more than drama. And that's a shame.
Stop accusing all of it. Like, and I'm guilty of it too, because I don't like Seth. I'll tell you that right now. But you don't hear me fucking saying that Seth did it.
Facts. I hear nobody saying it.
Just saying. No. I've heard people say Seth's done it now, but I'm not saying it. I just don't like it. I think he's a disgusting person.
Me too. Touche.
I think he's disturbing.
Absolutely disturbing.
So I don't know. Attack that shit. That's all I'm going to say. Y'all got questions? I'll answer them real quick. I just had to get all that out. I was fucking mad. I especially last night, dude. I've held my mouth shut. I've tried to be a good person when it comes to Terry because I do generally feel that Terry's that she may be going through something.
What do you think she's going through?
I don't know what it is. Or is it just the need to want to fit in?
I think it's the need to want to fit in. Good question. What do you think, chat? Do you think TerriLynn is going through something, or you think it's the need to want to fit in? Actually, I'll go ahead and say I think it's both, right? That's what I think. I think it's both, and here's why. Because clearly there's something off there. But TerriLynn does this thing where she does everything behind the scenes. TerriLynn is a behind-the-scenes snake. On the public front, she tells everybody she's not involved in the drama. She doesn't do the drama. She mumbles and grunts that she's better than the drama. But behind the scenes, TerriLynn is the drama. And I'll tell you what. I would trust somebody that comes out here and admits that they were involved in drama and or, like obviously we all like a little bit of drama, right? Many people do, hence reality TV shows. But somebody like TerriLynn that's always telling you she doesn't feed the drama, but somehow always in it, yeah, that's a problem. We don't even need to listen to what you're saying. We know the truth. She has been off for years. She causes more problems than what anyone realizes. Oh, no, I realize it. I'm very much aware of TerriLynn and her 90-day participation and all of that. Very much aware. I
have no fucking idea.
Oh, I do. She is.
How can Seth sit next to be at treating court after she went after the mother of his child? I don't know, man.
Right,
that is crazy. BBQ is used there. I will say this. I didn't even know that she was doing that with the flyers. First off, Barbecue sent me a picture of this shit, and I was disturbed to a core when I seen that she had that on there. Because Terry's not a dumb person. She's very.
TerriLynn had on the bottom of the flyers to subscribe to her channel for updates. No, she doesn't put any updates on her channel. She doesn't put any updates on her channel.
Smart.
Who's Merv?
That's the crazy part. I'm telling you, like, there's none. It's so bad. I don't.
She's smarter than people.
I don't want to talk bad on her, dude, because I don't like that shit. She is a female. There's no reason why I should slander and spit on a fucking female. But at the same time, dude, you literally lied on me 2 to 3 times now, saying I said fuck you to your face at a fucking restaurant I was never at.
He wasn't even there, bitch. How'd he say it? He left. He wasn't even there. Riddle him that.
Where was I at?
Where was he at?
How did I tell you fuck you to your face? But yet
wasn't even there.
You literally say in the same breath.
What'd she say?
I wasn't there.
He wasn't there. So how'd he say it, dummy? Not so smart.
I don't know, man.
Can't even keep your story together. He said
Maybe
F you to her.
You know what that shit was this morning?
What
I
was
figured it out now. It's my rage. I need to get it out.
Oh yeah, you should go to the gym then. It's the best way to do it.
So in his discussion, no, and dude, man,
a little sweaty there,
Emerald. I'll tell you, man, something's really off here. You wouldn't have to plant evidence, hire people to attack PFs if you wouldn't. If you're not either just an actual P of shit or guilty as fuck. Clue, you make
that's
dinner with Tony and Beach.
Valid point.
Barbecue, I hate you sometimes. But no, Clue, you're absolutely right.
Yeah. Why all the distractions? We've been asking that for day one.
Don't matter at all in this
Why is Seth so adamant?
My thing is, look.
What's your thing? Tell us.
I don't know. I will never say and I'm just being honest. I don't know if she's on drugs. I don't know none of that shit, man. I never, you know what's ironic?
What?
I would talk to her on the phone, but it was never, I mean, we would barely even talk about the Sebastian stuff.
Well, wait, you don't know if TerriLynn's on drugs, but you will state with confidence that Seth and Tony are? Come on, Steven. We
just
know.
Like general, like, hey, how are you doing?
How you doing?
Did you see this? Did you hear that? Like,
what, drama?
And I know she'll say that.
Drama?
And most of the time, wasn't nothing like that.
Oh. So you
I
guys
thought it was a text message. Which one? It was a text message. Y'all want to see my text messages?
Oh yeah, we do. Show them. What you got?
Anything with Terry? It says "fuck you."
You don't think so? Well, fuck you, Terry. What you got though? All right, be careful what you show.
Monday at 4:51. Are you meeting us?
Are you meeting us? Memorial Park. Where did you go to eat? How's your son? She knew his son was sick. Is she still called at midnight? We can read it. We're reading it. We got it. We see it.
I don't know if y'all can read it. And then
oh no, we can. Scroll up a little bit. Let's see. Oh, nothing else. That's it. That's weird. You just say you guys talked a lot.
How can I make
messages? Y'all? No, we see it. We see it. That's all you got. I thought you guys talked a lot. There's something weird there, Steven. There's messages missing.
Again, dude. I don't know, man.
I don't either. I don't believe you said F you to her face, but you should say it. You should say it now. I'm gonna keep lying on you. We don't do that shit, Terry.
One shot, I got you, bud. I will, man. I'm just right now.
Yeah, please, nick the cap. Was he gonna send it from the state park of PA?
I can't even say anything.
Who does he think he is?
I'm morally fucking aggravated because.
So am I, Steven. Who the hell does Nick think he is that he's going to come on the scenes, make the statements that he did, put out the dumb shit that he did, and then try to tell people to shut up? Tell people to shut. Welcome to the internet, Nick. Telling people they got to shut up about you. Or what? You're going to pursue us in the court of law for what? Pointing out that you're not allowed to legally go around and date rape people? Forgive us for using our common sense. You're going to use the same lawyer Seth did? Whew, got him far.
Dude, I have spent the better part of fucking six months now.
6
Oh,
months.
and I'm sorry, that's incorrect. 5 months.
5 months. All right.
Where I've been involved. What I will tell you is that it's ridiculous.
It is ridiculous
that I have to sit here and explain my fucking self for something I didn't even know I said, which is fuck you, TerriLynn.
Wait, did you say it?
Now I'm saying
you
it.
said it. Now
Fuck
he's saying
you.
it. Hell yeah.
Because I ain't done a fucking thing to you, dude.
Not a thing,
You
Terry.
showed up.
Not a thing.
You were there, dude. I asked you to turn off your video.
Turn off your video.
Out of respect that we were not going to be fucking filming or reposting anything with putting up flyers.
But
also,
wait, Stephen. Did you all agree on that beforehand? Was that an understanding and an agreement beforehand that nobody is going to film anything to do with putting up the flyers? That's what I want to know. Because if not, I'm kind of with Terry on this. Like, wait a minute, but this is what I do. I live stream putting up the flyers, and you guys are going to come around and tell me I can't now? I might have been a little defiant too and been like, well, and I'm going to go ahead and record anyway. But I don't know. I don't know. What do you guys think? His Elvis shades, please. His support of good old Bill Cosby. Hey, run for your life.
It's coming. Don't really have the idea yet. Barbecue sitting in this chat will tell you nobody fucking knew Chris was coming.
Well, somebody knew because
it was one of those things. He had the big flyers, and I'm talking about the actual really good flyers.
You don't say.
Not no cheap ass shit.
No cheap
big old
shit.
flyers. When we put those up, brought them to
Carol, nobody's putting down Steven. It's like the 5th time you've announced that you like him. We like him too. Can we all put in, if you like Steven, can we put in the chat, we like him too? Nobody's putting him down. I'm asking him questions. Well, apparently incognito, so that was asked, and apparently the town's so small that word got out, which I believe. That I absolutely believe. I believe that.
To us. He was real respectful. Even introduced himself to Terry and said, hey, I just want to put a name on the face. Look, I'm sorry. I mean, I'm pretty sure he fucking apologized for.
We're not bashing him. We're not bashing him.
That's the crazy part to me.
We're just conversing. He's just not responding to me.
I'm almost positive I remember hearing that.
He apologized to Terry?
Like, just, hey, man, like, all this bull crap going on. Again, he tried to be a nice person and just say, hey.
You know what, Lana K, I'm with you.
Putting a name with everybody, dude.
I guess I'm with you.
Barbecue, I could send you an invite to come in here if you want to.
Well, that's all right. Just finish telling us what you're saying.
Ridiculous, man.
You need to go to the gym, Stevie. You got a lot of built-up tension, man. Go to the gym. It'll help you out a lot. You look stressed. You got a sick child. This is all. He
said he doesn't hold grudges for what she did to them.
Unnecessary drama.
The call and posting it. Absolutely. Yeah, no, that's all he said. That's literally, you want to talk about somebody. I mean, both of them have had drama nonstop, and they really could have went at each other, but there was nothing.
Well, of course not. People don't act like that in face-to-face. They just run their mouth on the internet when it comes face-to-face, try to hug them and shit.
Yeah, she talked. Yeah, charming Jenna. I swear, man. At the end of the day, that's what she calls herself. She was calling herself that to Barbecue and everybody over there. She's a lot lizard.
Lot lizard. She takes that name with pride. I'm a lot lizard. I'm a lot lizard. Why'd she do that shit? Barbecue said CP called her randomly if they're landing in Tennessee. She told him what they were doing. He offered to bring them flyers. Oh, okay. Well, I'm glad that they brought flyers. They also brought the bracelets. You see Steven's wearing one right there, so that's nice. But what I don't understand is why it's such a good event. Like, they all came together. Again, it didn't matter who supported what and who. They all came together for Sebastian. Unfortunately, it ended this way. This is unfortunate. It couldn't just come back and be a positive event.
Titanium, I'm sure she's trying to get her little story out and say, oh, don't trust, because that's what she was doing last night, talking about Steven's a snake and they set me up. They're a cult.
He sounds just like her. That is exactly how she talks. All right, so we're done with that because, so she does say that they set me up. It's a cult. No, ma'am, you're just not in reality. So here's where I wanted to go. So do any of you, and it's funny because you and I, Jay, just spoke about this. We spoke about this the other day. And I said, remember when that Riley woman claims she had a laptop that belonged to Seth? Well, she made her appearance. I need to figure me out a TikTok. I'm going to make a TikTok. You guys going to subscribe? We're going to subscribe. Everybody's going to subscribe. We're going to do a TikTok. All right. We got fake lawyers and shit. And then here comes this woman. Now, this woman doesn't have a very good reputation for what it's worth. I'm not supporting her. I'm not promoting her. I never heard anything good about her. But listen, you don't hear good things about me either, right? Depends who you listen to. So listen to me. Don't listen to them. But I don't know. Maybe give her a chance. I don't know. I'll just say this. She absolutely, without a doubt, did some really horrible shit. Okay. Damn, you're not going to subscribe to me on TikTok? Fine. All right. I don't even know how to do TikTok either.
I think I was there.
See, here she is.
Before me that day. Now, there was two women who were there. And they had actually set up stuff for me.
This is annoying. I didn't like the pauses. I don't know what's up with that. Here she comes.
And for real though, I mean, if that's supposed to be your friend TerriLynn, she's the one that fully put out there that you were the one that was in her chat, and that's where that information about Seth came from.
Barbecue.
I just want to know.
And binoculars.
I want to know. I just want to know why her husband stood side by Seth Rogers in the beginning and said he was never going to leave Seth's side.
All right, so let me clarify what this is about. Have any of you seen the tall black man that has been seen with Seth Rogers? So that apparently is Mr. Jones. And Mr. Jones is a co-worker of Seth Rogers. Here, I'll throw a picture up on the screen. He actually did an interview with JLR. And in the interview, he states to JLR, I'll always be by Seth's side. Whatever. I'll do anything for him. Like, they're good friends. Well, Mrs. Jones has been in a few YouTube chats, including over here before. Hey, Danielle. Now, apparently, when it came out through Jay's messages with TerriLynn, that TerriLynn was claiming that good old Seth is unaccounted for 2 hours at work that night. TerriLynn, instead of admitting that she's a gossiper and does a lot of drama behind the scenes, she passed the buck on to old whatchamacallit's husband. To this guy. To this gentleman here, Mr. Jones. So Mr. Jones is the co-worker of Seth Rogers, and then Mrs. Jones obviously is his wife. So now there's been a new rumor going around, and the new rumor is that Mr. Jones here is in trouble at work for something pertaining to time. You had to clip in your time card. Now that's a big deal, right? For several reasons, because that accusation can lead to the rumor and the thought of, did Mr. Jones cover up for Seth Rogers at work, especially if he was unaccounted for 2 hours? So Mrs. Jones comes in the chat last night and she's saying, who the F is saying all this? And everybody's like, TerriLynn said it. TerriLynn said it. And of course she's upset. I'd be upset too. You're now involving my husband in the disappearance of a child. So that's where that stands. So that's what they're talking about here. Again, a lot of allegations being made without any actual proof to back it up. So I don't know. That's what they're talking about here.
That he was his friend and he needed his friends and he trusted in him. Where's he been?
Where's he been? At work.
Barbecue. Do you see that Riley Lively's trying to come up?
Here she comes.
Oh, shit. You got Riley Lively?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes.
Riley.
Riley Lively. I've been wanting to hear from her for a long time.
Hi, Riley. I know that you sent me like 17 messages and I couldn't click out and read them all, but go ahead.
If anybody can find me an article, Tutti Frutti, that states that he is being investigated at the jail, don't ever disrespect my chat like that again. That is so rude, Foxy. Don't ever do that. You don't do that. Do you guys have any chat etiquette? We don't do that shit. Who is this? Well, she doesn't have a very good reputation, to be honest. This is a woman who made bold accusations, one including something to do with the laptop, all right? So we're going to say it. We're going to say it. Maz, keep an eye out for that shit, please.
Hey.
No, she's saying Riley sent 17 messages.
Hurricane right now in New Orleans, and I'm
Yeah, so Riley is apparently a part of United Cajun Navy. She apparently was there on the search for Riley Strain. There's a lot of weird things that pertain around Riley. So take everything she says with a grain of salt, especially if we can't get any proof. I need proof. Yeah, it's so disrespectful, isn't it, Johnson? You don't do that, man.
Currently gluing on fake nails, but
gluing on fake
I texted
nails.
you back and I was like, I can't really go live right now because there's like a hurricane, but now I'm like, well, I got a minute, so
you got it. The hurricane stopped for a minute. She got a minute now.
I think that your name was just brought up in this conversation because we were talking about possibly like something about a laptop, and
well, it's not that she thinks her name was brought up. Her name was brought up because she made a bold accusation about a laptop. Okay.
Anything at all was March 30th.
March 30th.
And I think I was there in Hendersonville that day.
There's a lot of I thinks. There's a lot of I thinks, right? We can no longer do I thinks. If you're making bold accusations, we need to know that you know. And then we need to know how you know.
And I think I was there in Hendersonville
before me
that day.
With Skip
there was two women who were there
and they had actually set up stuff for Riley Strain.
Skip from United Cajun Navy, and they had actually set up stuff for Riley Strain, and their names were
B and A.
B and A.
Huh? B and A.
B. That were on the live stream with you for Riley when they found the debit card.
They went up there. They met me in Hendersonville. We went searching for a day. They came up.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about. I was just clarifying that too. You're
the two women I'm referring to that were helping with like flyers and stuff and all that. Like in general, pretty much they did the sign up like they were volunteering. They ended up volunteering like United Cajun Navy.
It was for a second.
It was, I believe her name was Jennifer.
No, that doesn't matter though. Respectfully, it doesn't matter. We don't care what the women's names were. We're asking you about the laptop accusation you made. It's a big deal. It's a big deal. Well, straight talker, can we see that proof then? Because again, I'm hearing a lot of take me at face value. There's one thing I've learned on the internet. Don't take anybody at face value, especially with heavy accusations. Put yourself on the receiving end of the accusation. Would you like that? Would you like the idea of somebody saying, just take me at face value? Of course not.
So I was in contact with them.
And you know what? Unless they're doing what Steven did, which is staring directly in the camera, not looking to the left, looking to the right, looking down, not saying I think or I may or maybe or allegedly, but directly speaking to us, I don't trust much of it.
And Skip before I even got up there to Hendersonville.
We don't
and
need
so
story.
Vanessa had sent me like screenshots from the Facebook group, United Cajun Navy Facebook group. And some of them were like,
remember the chosen
accusing
one?
me of like murdering Riley Strain and stuff. Like, I'm not even kidding. It was just bizarre stuff she's sending me.
Okay, we're asking about a laptop.
In screenshots, it was something about accusing Vanessa.
We didn't ask about Vanessa. We're asking about a laptop. It didn't sound like she said proof, Lana Kay. But why isn't
I
it
didn't
straight
think
talker?
anything of it. It's not like I got
Why
stuck
isn't
on
it?
a laptop. You know what I mean? I'm trying to help with a kid. So then
the story changes.
The next time was, I was only there for like a few days. one morning, it was the morning after the guy drove by threatening us in the truck.
The guy
at
drove
the
by
gas
the truck
station.
threatening them.
Skip had called Vanessa to tell her about it.
Okay.
And see, like, hey, you ever seen this type of truck before? Because it was a very distinctive truck.
What did it look like
And
then?
he had her on speakerphone. And then
Describe the truck
she
to
said,
us.
or him and her were talking about a laptop. I think I might have been on the.
Now, for those of you that don't understand, let me slow it down and tell you what this is. This Riley woman came out and stated that she got a hold of Seth's laptop. There was inappropriate stuff on it, and that he never turned it into TBI. So she was reporting it to TBI. That's what we're asking for. That's what everybody's asking. That's it. That's all. All this, like a truck following us and Jennifer and the Facebook group said I was guilty. Nobody cares. We're asking. I mean, the question was about the laptop. That's it. Why are we getting all this extra stuff? I don't understand it.
On the phone with
It's because people love fucking drama. That's why.
Todd or Kevin from United Cajun Navy at that point.
Hey, Irish Eyes.
Something about, I know Skip was like, I know TBI wants to find this. I want to try and figure out where it is so I can tell them, something like that.
The laptop?
But I don't know what they're doing. So anyways, fast forward, I go search all that. I met Seth.
Where's all your videos from that time, by the way? They're all down. Right. It's always circle talk, isn't it? No, she was asked. That's immediately what she was asked, straight talker. That's immediately what was asked, and what was mentioned was the laptop. Right off the bat.
Briefly. One day he had came by, I believe it was after like a meeting with the police or something like that. He had stopped by where we were set up there for the flyers and all that. And I met him briefly. I was like, hey, what's up? I'm Riley. Nice to meet you.
That's what we're asking, man. I don't know.
Nice to meet you. And that was it. So I actually ended up speaking with Chris Proudfoot either 2 or 3 weeks ago. And again, I haven't put any of this online. I told him too, like, I don't care to put our conversation out there.
Wow. Do people want credit for that type of shit anymore? Like, honestly, do they want credit for it? You didn't put his conversation out there from 2 or 3 weeks ago. Thank you. What a good person you are. Did you put up a deceased body?
You know what I mean? I've been helping more behind the scenes than anything recently with different cases.
No, please.
So we talked about a bunch of stuff. Some things I didn't even know, which I found interesting for Sebastian.
Well, you just said you're not going to tell it. Now you're telling it.
He had said to me towards the end of the conversation, there is something that I need to ask you, though.
I
said, okay, what is it? Like, what, the way he toned it, I'm like, oh God, what is it now?
What is it now?
And he goes, I'm curious. Did you take
Richard
Seth's laptop?
Well, yeah, because you put that out there.
I said, what?
What? Are you shocked? You told everybody this.
Did I take his laptop?
Oh.
I was like, where did you hear this from? Now
From
he
you.
told me.
From you.
Him, and I'm not going to put that out there. I'm just, whatever.
Hold up. Everybody, slow it down. Where did we hear this from? Did anybody else hear this come from Riley herself? Put a 1. If you didn't hear it, put a 2. I'm curious how many people remember this. This was early on. This was very beginning stages. She had a bunch of videos that are now gone. But she's the one that said she took Seth's laptop. She was asked to help fix it. She found inappropriate shit on it. Some 1s, some 2s. All right. That's the problem with TikTok. Videos disappear, right? Interesting. Some people remember it. Some people never heard it. Mystic Butterfly's like, yeah, you, Riley, you said it. All right. So some of us remember this. Great. Okay. Not alone.
I said, why would I? Why? Like, am I going to, I have 2 kids. Like,
so what's that do?
Sorry.
Speaking of laptop. Why do people always say that shit? I got 2 kids. I wouldn't touch a laptop. I got 2
Number
kids.
1. Number 2, I was never in anyone's home or around ananyone's personal belongings but my own in my hotel room.
Okay.
Fair enough. I have no idea. I only met him literally briefly in a parking lot, surrounded by like 20 other people.
Oh.
So I have no idea.
Listen to what she just said there. I want everybody to remember that. She only met Seth Rogers very briefly in a parking lot surrounded by 20 other people. Because you're going to hear something later on. Hey, the next depression. You're going to hear something later on. So keep that in mind.
About, I don't even know. where it was for it to be taken from. Does that make sense?
You're going to get in trouble for that one. I'm deleting that on your behalf.
If there was a laptop of his was missing, I have no idea.
Trust, I did that to protect.
When I said I was stepping away and that I wasn't going to, be with United Cajun Navy anymore, and Todd and I had a conversation, they were all cool with it, whatever. Well, I remember when the press conference happened where the sheriff got up there and he's like,
"Good morning, Taylor.
We're not aware of any threats that have been made." And I'm like, what? Number one, I was on the phone with the Sumner County Sheriff's Officer, who I then emailed afterwards per our conversation, which I have all the emails and everything.
Can we see the emails then? Now's a good chance to say, can we see the emails then? I want proof, damn it. Put a 1 in the chat. Put an emoji in the chat. Not even a 1. Put any emoji in the chat if you want proof going forward. I no longer want I have the proof or trust me or believe me or I know somebody to know somebody or I have an inside source. I want proof. Lord have mercy. Everybody's always saying they got the proof. Then put the proof on the screen. Receipts or it didn't happen.
And the Nashville police also received stuff.
Right.
So anyways, I called Kevin, he's done different interviews too for United Cajun Navy. And I'm I'm texting him. I called him, but then we ended up texting. And I can send you those screenshots too. And I was like, well, you should contact Skip and get his call records, for the calls. And
Why are we getting Skip's call records? How did we get to that? Hold up, rewind it. I'm confused.
He's done different interviews, received per our conversation. I was on the phone with the Sumner County Sheriff's Officer, who I then emailed afterwards per our conversation, which I have all the emails and everything. And the Nashville police also received stuff. So anyways, I called Kevin, he's done different interviews too for United Cajun Navy. And I'm texting him. I called him, but then we ended up texting. And I can send you those.
You know what I've always been told, and I've always found it to be true. Those who over-explain are doing so with reason. Those who over-explain, screenshots
too. And I was like, well, you should contact Skip and get his call records, for the calls. And he goes, no, none of us are having any contact with him right now.
Oh, Skip is an
Seth.
issue.
And I said, okay, well, do you want me to call him?
Shocker.
Like that. I'll pull it up and send it to you. And he goes, no, don't contact him. I knew something happened. But I knew Skip was mad about something.
What was he mad about?
Something happened. Okay?
What happened?
And they were like, don't contact him at all. Don't have any communication. Well,
Skip is supposedly the man who runs United Cajun Navy. Skip's supposed to be a big player.
Well, Skip has my $1,500 DSLR camera.
Oh, $1,500.
That he said he would mail to me. Well, and I've yet to be able to get in contact with him successfully.
Damn, so he
doesn't return texts, doesn't return calls, nothing. And I had his cousin's number too, because she was also local. I haven't heard anything back from her either.
Wow, they stole your camera, bruh.
So my camera.
Everybody wants to know who is Skip.
Now what's up with the laptop?
Skip, he volunteered with the United Cajun Navy when Riley Strain was missing. Brought his boat over there. Then
Skip is the guy that JLR called out that has several different names. We told you they were a shady organization. Everybody was like, no, they're the legit ones. Does any of this sound legit? I want everybody who told me that I was wrong, that Skip and United Cajun Navy were all good people, yet here they are, right? Here we're hearing cameras being stolen, the team's not talking to each other, everybody's saying don't talk to Skip. WTF? Hello?
He drove over to Hendersonville to help with Sebastian Rogers.
Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
So what?
All right. Well, I just wanted clarification.
No. What have you heard about a laptop though? I'm curious. What?
Yeah, I'm curious.
I just heard that there was a laptop, that it was broken, and then someone said that maybe you might have offered to fix it or something like that.
I'm definitely not that tech savvy at all.
Hey, Chris.
No, I just wanted to clarify. I appreciate you coming on.
Raleigh, didn't somebody break into your hotel room while you were there?
Now listen to this, right? So we're now off topic of the laptop again, which again is important. It's an important part of information that was put out here. But now we're going to get back to the drama because that's just not important enough. Let's hear how somebody broke into our hotel room, guys.
I don't know for sure. Now, with the hotel, I was in contact with them. And
with them who?
There was some weird shit that happened. And I'm not going to lie.
What happened?
I'm still.
Yeah, please don't lie.
There's some weird shit that happens. So
I hate
yeah,
when
I
people
mean,
say,
someone could
when
have.
people say I'm not gonna lie, they're gonna lie. Okay, they're gonna lie. I'm not gonna lie and pretend I'm still not wearing my pajamas. You better believe I still have my pajamas on. People say that, they're lying.
I think someone was definitely looking for stuff. I mean, I don't know why. I don't see any. I mean,
looking for what? Looking for what?
There was a metal hook device, somewhat bent metal. You know, if you guys ever see them, you can Google like metal hook hotel room burglary, and it'll pop up on like Google Images. It's almost like a tool they use to go up under the door to pull the handle down. It looked like part of it was left on my floor in my hotel.
Okay, so I looked it up. Metal hook hotel burglary, right? I put motel. Metal hook hotel. All right, so it looked like one of these. Looks like part of something was left. All right, that's what she's saying. Something was left. All right.
And it'll pop up on like Google Images. It's almost like a tool they use to go up under the door to pull the handle down. It looked like part of it was left on my floor in my hotel.
Wow, you call the police.
So did you say at any point that you felt like you were followed? Because I heard that as well.
Oh, we were. No, we 100% were.
Followed by who?
There was an evening, and I can get the dates and all that. Now, that was all reported to the police.
I like how everybody just skipped over the part where this woman claims her hotel was broken into. Jay's like, yeah, okay, sure. Now, tell us again.
Nashville Police Department, because this happened in Nashville. We were staying at a hotel in Nashville. It was late in the evening, or it was after dinner, and me, Skip, and United Cajun Navy flew up security with me from New Orleans, personal security.
Oh, she had personal security. She's a big deal, y'all. I wonder if her and Nick the Hat work for the same elite.
So after dinner, Skip and I were talking. I was like, dude, I really want to go get some.
You had personal security, yet you believe somebody broke into your hotel room? That's a little confusing.
Snacks. And again, I didn't have a car. He had his. And he was like, oh, I want some snacks too. So we'll drive to the gas station.
Oh, we're going to go get snacks. No big deal.
And this is exactly what happened that night.
Oh, a gas station? Why do you guys keep pausing?
Snacks. He checks out his snacks and the guy leaves. Well, then Skip checks out his snacks and then I'm checking out while Skip's waiting for me like 5 feet away.
Uh-huh.
And the motion activator, the door's open.
For me, like 5 feet away. And the motion activator, the door's open.
To what? The store? What motion activator? We're in the store checking out. Now there's a motion activator. Activate it? What are we talking about here?
And there's a truck, and it's like a 90s greenish blue, but more green color. And the front end is a primered silver. And then the rims are like spray paint blue.
Well, that's
and the guy has his window down.
Oh, no.
And he yells a threat while making complete eye contact.
What's the threat?
Stop right there, perpendicular. And I said, and then he hits the gas. I said, did you see that? And he's perpendicular threat while making complete eye contact at me. Stop right there, perpendicular.
Stop right there, perpendicular? Is that what she just said?
And I said, and then he hits the gas. I said, did you see that? And Skip goes, that was for us. I said, fuck yeah. He was staring straight at us, pointing. Like that was.
Now he was pointing too. He wasn't just staring straight at them. He was also pointing. What the hell?
So he drives off and he goes, hurry up, let's go. I walk out and I'm like, come back here. I'm waving at the fucking truck. Like, come back and say it to my face. You know, the guy's tearing up.
Oh, yeah. But the lady with personal security is like, get back here. Come back and say it to my face.
I get in the passenger side. Skip starts driving. We get behind him. He's got no license plate. I'm like, fuck, there's no license plate. But then we realized the guy had it tucked behind, like in the window. Well, allegedly the license plate came back to a different vehicle. So it was a stolen license plate anyways.
It was a stolen license plate. Jesus Christmas. Where's the damn fucking police report? Come on. Who believes this? We got a man in a truck that's been following them. He made the emotion light go off, and then he's in the truck and yells a threat. She's like, get back here. They hop in the car. They chase it. There's no license plate, but there is a license plate, but it's a stolen license plate. What the WTF loving God is going on here?
Yeah, that all got recorded.
Oh, it did? All right. For your
And
request.
Skip, you know, I wasn't there to witness any of these, but Skip had some instances where
she wasn't there to.
I think one man came directly at him.
Oh, directly at him
in the hotel in Hendersonville. Pretty much like
look at this lady checking out her eyes. She's actually beautiful. Look at this.
Came directly at him.
What are we doing
in the hotel in Hendersonville?
What are we doing?
Pretty much like telling him to fucking leave. And
oh,
stop
really?
Looking.
That happened.
And then he alleged that at one point too, he was outside by a tree by his car before I flew there, and he said some female had called him.
A female called
on a number,
like and said what?
Number, and said,
what she said?
Something along the lines of, "We're gonna effing kill you.
We're gonna effing kill you.
I see you by that effing tree."
And he still flew. He's what? Wait, what? He gets a phone call from some woman that says, "We're going to effing kill you. We see you by that effing tree," and he still flew you out there. Lord, blessed have mercy.
Say that here. Sorry, on a live, and something like, "I see you by that effing tree."
Oh,
so that was he told all that to not only Sumner County, but he also was in contact with TBI and then also TBI that was on Riley Strain's case too.
Yeah, you guys sound like a bunch of drama-loving morons, to be honest. Put a 1 in the chat if we should FOIA request these calls to the police. Put a 1 in the chat if anybody else wants to see proof that any of this happens.
Because I was sitting next to him when he ended up was on the phone with like Riley Strain's dad.
How are you claiming you were sitting next to him? You just got done saying you weren't even flew in at that point. Now, y'all, we were going to rewind this back. This is how you catch somebody who says, I'm not going to lie. It's how you catch them in a lie. Listen to what she just said.
We're going to stop the car. And then one man came, you know, I wasn't, yeah, that all got recorded.
Right here.
And Skip, you know, I wasn't there to witness any of these, but Skip had some instances where I think one man came directly at him in the hotel in Hendersonville, pretty much like telling him to fucking leave and stop looking. And then he alleged that at one point too, he was outside by a tree by his car.
She hasn't flown in yet, you guys.
Before I flew there. And he said,
before I flew there. Remember that. She just said before I flew there.
Some female had called him on a number, like a fake number, and said, something along the lines of, "We're gonna effing kill you. And I see you by that effing tree."
That on here.
Huh?
Can't say that here.
Sorry, on a live. And something like, "I see you by that effing tree." So he told all that to not only Sumner County, but he also was in contact with TBI and then also TBI that was on Riley Strain's case too. Because I was sitting next to him when he ended up was on the phone with like Riley Strain's dad talking to him.
So he waited till you flew in town to report this? Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
I see you by the tree.
So did you ever
I know you did last summer.
You never saw Seth's laptop then?
No, there wouldn't even be an opportunity for me to see it.
Okay.
I briefly met him one time.
Because that was a big story that you found.
Now listen, she briefly saw him one time, but again, she's the one that came out with this story, guys.
Inappropriate.
The only thing I can think of would be when I think it was when I met him. Afterwards, I left with Perry and Brandon, which are two locals, to go search. And we ended up going also to Beach Cemetery and meeting up with, or Brandy and Anna were there too. And we all went searching together. That's so nice. The only thing I can think of is if Skip went with Seth at that point, you know, because we were gone for hours doing our own searching. So maybe Seth is confused. I don't fucking know. I don't. Has he ever said like, "Oh yeah, she was with me at this point in time"? Like,
no, you said it.
It doesn't make any sense.
No, it doesn't make sense.
Did Seth ever do anything? Like, did he make you feel any did he do anything?
Yeah.
He said, listen to her here. Oh yeah. She met him one time briefly in a parking lot with 20 other people. Let's listen to how creepy her brief encounter was with Seth Rogers in a parking lot with 20 other people.
Yeah, I have a full ass. There's a phone call recorded.
Oh,
and then there's also one recorded from body cam footage. So
we got another person that likes to record phone calls. How sweet. Let's hear it.
Yeah, yeah.
What'd he do? No,
He made me
elaborate.
feel- And then he also made other women feel uncomfortable too.
He made you and other women feel uncomfortable.
Can you give us an example of like what he did?
Thank you, Jay. This girl don't look like she's buying any of it down here. Or she's just like duck lipping it up in the camera. Why are we paused again? These are important parts. Why are we pausing? We got to get the story right? Please wait. They just paused during a crucial time.
I lost my phone.
She lost her phone.
Seth had texted me. Now, Seth and I spoke to him briefly before I flew up here, like, hey, what's your son's favorite food? What's his favorite place? You know, that type of thing.
Why? Before you flew to search, you asked what his son's favorite food was?
So when I didn't really talk to him at all. So I see my phone, I look down at my phone and there's a text.
How do you go from I spoke to him before I came, I recorded a phone call with him, and I have a conversation with him that's on body cam, to suddenly I hardly spoke to him at all? What is going on?
Favorite place, you know, that type of thing. So when I didn't really talk to him at all. So I see my phone, I look down at my phone and there's a text like, hey, how are you doing? Or something like that. And I'll send you all that too. I don't care.
Just send it.
And I found it really weird.
Why?
And I said, mute the phone, because he had him on the car phone, Skip did. And I said,
so Skip has Seth on the car phone as Seth texts her to say, how are you doing?
what time did you call him and tell him like that happened this evening with the guy in the truck? And he looks at the timestamp and I look at my phone and Seth had texted me before Skip called him. So I was like, why is he asking me how I am? Like, that's just a weird question. Like, I'm not the one with the missing kid. Why are you asking me how I am? You know?
How dare you with a missing child ask how I'm doing? Is it really that weird? Or are we trying to make shit weird now? This is getting weird.
So we get to this other location because Skip and I didn't feel safe. We felt like we were being followed. So we went to someone else's location. They also help with Riley's drain. Go in there. And he was calling me and he goes, answer the phone. So I answer it. And he asked me, Seth asked something like,
what happened with the truck incident? And someone told me that you looked scared when you came back to the hotel room. I said, really? Who told you that?
Look at her smirk there. I said, really? Who told you that? So somebody told Seth that she looked scared when she got back to the hotel room.
And he's like, I got people. I said, huh? He goes, normally people are scared when they get death threats. I said, nah, I've gotten death threats. I ain't scared.
Hold up. Wait a minute. She just got done saying, Seth said to her, you look scared when you got back to the hotel room. And she's like, nah, I didn't look scared. I'm not scared. I get death threats all the time. Why would Seth say you look scared when you got back to the hotel and followed up with, normally people are scared when they get death threats? Either you were scared or you weren't. Either he thought you were scared or he didn't. This doesn't even make sense, man.
And he goes, well, usually they are. And I said, I find it interesting that you haven't gotten any threats, Seth. And he goes, well, I find it interesting that you haven't gotten any threats, Seth. And he goes, well, people are scared. And I was like, who the fuck is watching me at my fucking hotel room calling? You know, that's weird, right? And then he tells me, just go ahead and take a shower tonight. Now, my room, okay.
Come on. Seth says to her, just make sure you take a shower tonight. Just make sure you take a shower tonight.
Okay.
Wait, who said that?
He told me to take a shower.
Well, maybe you smelled, bitch. The fuck? I don't even believe he said it. I'm sorry. Don't make me sit up here and defend Seth Rogers, but I don't believe it.
Now, listen, I'm not a stinky person, but the room was on the ground floor.
Oh,
and
ground
it was
floor
by
room.
the pool.
It was by
There's
the
no
pool.
cameras back in there.
There's no cameras by the
Hotel
pool?
staff told me. And
You asked the hotel staff where the cameras were, but you had personal body security guards there? Oh, please.
I just found it really weird. Like, who tells someone to do that? That's
Yeah,
just weird.
nobody does.
It's May. You've been on mute for a long.
So she points out first that it was weird that he asked how she was doing. Suddenly that transpired into a phone call where he's telling her, you looked afraid when you were back at the hotel room. Oh, by the way, just take a shower tonight. This doesn't even make sense, man.
Time. I didn't want to ignore you.
Really quick. So Seth straight up says to Skip, because Skip didn't say anything about us being together, none of that. And Seth said he texted me, how are you doing? After Skip told him about the threat. So there's a few things that were just completely inconsistent, you know?
No. She already said that Seth texted her before Skip called. Who remembers that? That she said that Seth texted her before Skip called him. And now she's saying that Seth texted after Skip called, which would make more sense there, Riley, because if Skip called Seth Rogers and told Seth Rogers that you were all being threatened, it makes more sense then that he would message you and ask you how you were doing and question if you were scared. That makes more sense. The whole he text before knowing doesn't make sense. And you just lied within 5 minutes of it. Wow. Unreal. So anybody else remember her just saying that he texted before Skip even called? Seriously. I'm not the only, do I have to rewind? Don't make me rewind it. I will rewind it. But she did say that, didn't she? She did, Casey, right? Yup, yes, she said that. All right, thank you.
And
yep, sure did.
Seth said he texted me, how are you doing? After Skip told him about the threat. So there's a few things that were just completely inconsistent, you know? So
like your story here tonight, inconsistent. But we heard it, right? We heard it. Right, please don't rewind it. But she did say it. She said he texted me and I told Skip, hold on. What time did that happen? Mute the call so he doesn't hear me. Like they were being all shady and playing games. What is going on here? This is so weird.
Anyways, go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna mention about the damn, I forgot.
Nobody believes her.
It was something with Chase and your mom or something, but then I got sidetracked.
Everybody sidetracked by your lie they just heard.
Is Crabtree coming on or no?
See, your time's done, Riley. They don't believe you. Get off. Go do your nails.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm confusing y'all. Sometimes my brain doesn't keep things like in chronology.
No, I will immediately discount her when she just blatantly lied. And she also lied in the beginning that she had Seth Rogers' laptop and found inappropriate shit on it and turned it over to TBI. And now look, the chat's calling her out. So now she's going to say she has problems with chronological order, but she just told us a story in chronological order until she slipped up the order. So no, I will discount her immediately. Discount it.
Let me message him.
Put her on the discounted rack.
Ooh, no.
Yeah. Sorry if I'm confusing y'all. Sometimes my brain doesn't keep things like in chronological order. So like,
see, because she got called out.
I'll send it to Barbecue. If she wants to post it, she can.
Yeah,
and
post
I sent
it.
the whole like part of the recorded call to straight up, Chris. I'm like, here you go, Chris. Here's the like. I have nothing.
You know what, Wintu, with utmost respect, I will always be a Karen when it comes to people inserting themselves in a missing child's case with unnecessary drama based off lies and fantasies. So for today, call me a Karen. I don't give a shit. I think it is weird. It is unnecessary. Seth Rogers has done enough things that we can judge based off facts, and we don't need to bring in fabricated stories to make it worse. So yes, for today, call me Karen Graney. I don't care.
And hide,
What'd you say? You're high.
Barbecue. If she wants to post it, she can. And I sent the whole like part of the recorded call to straight up, Chris. I'm like, here you go, Chris. Here's the like. I have nothing to hide, And part of me, I really don't feel like any of the parents had anything to do with it. I'm be honest. I think he either met someone online, or he ran away.
This chick just sits here and makes the funniest faces. I got it. I mean, I don't know why, but it's entertaining.
And do you have any of the texts you can put up in green screen? I know the chat's asking.
Yeah, she lied. She absolutely lied.
Don't agree with you.
I don't know. I personally think Seth is getting a little sus lately.
So now she's walking back her opinion. She just said none of the parents are guilty, but I don't know. Seth is getting a little sus lately. You're telling me this man told you when you were on a ground level hotel where you found a bar that somebody tried to break in, that this man told you to make sure you shower tonight and made you feel like he was spying on you. But he is starting to get a little sus lately. Oh, lately, is he?
He's been doing some like crazy shit that has like a lot of people.
I'm gonna say it. Well, I don't know.
It's been a long time, so
it has
a call that I listened in on before I even.
They're not being sniped. I'm on the panel, idiot.
Now this is important because now she's like, okay, I'm just gonna say it. I'm just gonna say it. And this is what she's gonna say. There was a call that she listened in on. So now there's more calls. Okay, let's hear these recorded calls. What professional agency goes out there and does all this drama and then runs and hides? Oh, I was going to say, WinTube, I'm okay with being a Karen when it comes to this. I don't give a shit. I will proudly put a name badge on that says my name is Karen. Ask me if I care. Not today, baby. I don't.
Skip and Seth. Now, Seth did not know I was listening into this call.
Well, no shit. You just told us you were in the truck listening.
It was 2 hours long. I don't know. I was listening about an hour. Well, Skip had asked Seth, hypothetically, if you can think of like 3 scenarios that could have happened to your son.
I want you all to remember, by the time they all left, everybody said, don't talk to Skip. Skip is not a good person. He was exiled. Don't talk to Skip. Don't call Skip. Skip stole her camera. Okay. According to her.
What would it be? Pretty much, what would you think could be different possibilities? And
right.
He said one of the possibilities could be Katie getting angry and starting to hit, but then he went into detail and was describing like brain matter and this and
please. He went in detail and was explaining brain matter. Okay.
And I mean, I didn't even know it was his stepfather, or I didn't even know it was his father on the phone, but I'm texting another United Cajun Navy and I said, whoever the hell is on the phone did it.
Oh, really? But he's just now becoming sus? But yet you heard this phone call months ago? Come on, lady. If you're going to lie, at least be good at it.
On this phone right now did it. Because
so you texted that day, whoever's on this phone right now did it, but yet you just got done saying he's become sus lately? Please.
It sounds like they're telling on themselves. Now, Then he went on to say something like, I imagine him in a well. I imagine him with a broken leg down, screaming for help up above. Like, now I've been told that this call was all recorded, sent in where it needs to go. But
you were told it was recorded or you were sitting next to it as it was being recorded? Which one is it? Again, inconsistencies.
But who's to say? I don't know. I don't know why he said those things. I don't know why he did those things.
Lord have mercy.
It doesn't make sense to me.
We refute your lies.
Describe a possible scenario of your child being unalived in such detail.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sure, Jan.
I found it weird. Now, I've been told that he was at work. Chris Crawford said, yeah, he was at work. He's whatever. So, I don't know. Maybe he was having nightmares about it. Maybe he was.
You never gave us the third scenario, Pinocchio.
Having scary dreams. Who knows?
And now maybe it's all dreams.
So when were you there? What dates were you there?
I'd have to check.
Was it like March or April or?
Yeah, March, end of March.
It was in March. Okay. So when the Cajun Navy was there, you were there.
I was with them, yeah.
Okay. So have you ever met with or spoken with Tony Mathis?
No.
Never.
No, and I've never.
What a great point. What part of the question, what do you believe happened to your son, led you to be shocked that it was the father answering? Ginger Spice, ding, ding, ding. What a great, great point.
Watched anything on TikTok either. So I stepped away soon after I think around from the press conference, just because it was a misunderstanding and kind of like just, I'm not going to do this right now. And plus stuff.
What was a misunderstanding that made you feel like, I'm not going to do this right now? What misunderstanding?
Turned into kind of circusy around it.
Did it? You're talking about being
and then
followed.
been taken-
It turned circusy. This woman's talking about being followed by a truck that's blue and green and chrome and spray paint tires and people breaking into her hotel room, but it's getting circusy.
A break from missing people and true crime in general.
Oh, you need more of a break, honey.
I heard that there was a PI. I heard that some crazy stuff was going on live, but I don't even know what he looks like. I can't tell you.
Riley, did you change your, okay, so when you first went.
You don't know who what looks like. You just said he's getting sus lately, but now you're saying you haven't been following? Gosh.
There with the Cajun Navy. What was your impression? Like, were you guys called in by Seth? How did that all go down?
I don't know how it went down exactly. I was told it could be possibly both the Proudfoots and Seth contacted.
Oh, were you?
I do know Todd with United Cajun Navy. He does have a brain injury, okay, from the past. So sometimes he might forget something or he might misspeak, if that makes sense.
Again,
okay, I didn't realize that.
He is a really great guy. Like, he really is. But I got to know kind of like, okay, let me remind you. Like,
no, we asked the question, who called them in? The answer is you don't know. Just answer that. Why do you add all these extra details that are unnecessary? I have a feeling somebody here loves the attention. That's why.
You know, and yeah, so he said that it was Seth, but it could have been Katie first or Seth first, or who knows who was first. But yeah, they wanted them up there. And then I know that the Proudfoots were even going to be willing to let United Cajun Navy bring the dogs around the house.
So we're to believe that they hired this man that has to be reminded by a random TikToker of what his agenda was that day.
All around the house and everything too. So United Cajun Navy was in contact with both sides, you know, very much just trying to help out. Now, when the dog incident happened, I was put on the call with the Army Corps of Engineers at that property. So I was privy to the entire call with that too before I even went.
At what property? What property?
Incident happened. I was put on the call very much. Bring the dogs around the house to smell around the house and everything too. So United Cajun Navy was in contact with both sides, you know.
Sorry, I kicked myself. She's aggravating me. We booted ourselves. So she's saying the Proudfoots were willing to allow the dogs to go, and now she's claiming that the dogs did go.
And everything too. So United Cajun Navy was in contact with both sides, you know, very much just trying to help out. Now, when the dog incident happened, I was put on the call with the Army Corps of Engineers at that property. So I was privy to the entire call with that too before I even went to Hendersonville.
So that
how were you at the property before you even went to Hendersonville? What is this woman talking about? What is she talking about? Am I not understanding this correctly?
With the Army Corps of Engineers at that property. So I was privy to the entire call with that too before I even went to Hendersonville.
So that tip that you guys went to, that was the federal property, right?
Yeah. So the thing is, it's public, right? Like anyone can go there at any time. But the problem is that United Cajun Navy didn't quite understand that it was closed.
No, it's not public. It is private property that is open to the public.
Because there was tornado damage.
Right.
So they only closed it for the safety of people. So it wasn't like, oh, you can't come here. Oh, you're in a lot of trouble. No.
This place is closed down.
Yeah. And the guy with the Army Corps of Engineers was like, y'all can go back. Just like, let me know. I'll go with you. I just want to make sure like y'all are getting where you want to go safely. That's all.
BS, ma'am. BS.
Okay, so when you guys were out there, what was the scent all about? Can you talk about that?
I wasn't there about it. I wasn't there.
Oh, you weren't there for that.
No, I was only.
But you just said you were privy to it.
Only privy to the conversation about like, can we go there and search and all that stuff.
Oh, okay, you weren't actually there.
Oh,
Gotcha.
Lord have mercy.
Okay.
So who was the Cajun Navy guy that was like asking people for money for gas? For
Hey, new
boat?
kid.
Does anybody remember who that was?
It was probably Riley.
No, It had to have been Skip. So it was only me and Skip up there. And then I guess Brandon then jumped on with, because anyone can volunteer.
She just named off all these people that were there with her in Hendersonville. What? Does anybody remember who was asking for gas for their boat? And then she says it was only her and Skip.
So it was only me and Skip up there. And then I guess Brandon then jumped on with, because anyone can volunteer to be Navy, right? Like you guys can get online and fill out your stuff. And it's just, so then.
No wonder United Cajun Navy is looking for a chosen one, because this chosen one, she claims she was chosen, so much so that she was also given private security. Lord have mercy.
Skip was over there with Riley Strain, who's like I saw on the news.
No, I'm not finally just hearing it. She's walking it all back, Pretty in Pink. She's now claiming she never knew anything about a laptop. She's lying.
That, fuck it, I'm gonna say it all. Y'all want to know a lot of shit, which I've already been talking to a bunch of people about, releasing it all.
Yes.
Riley Strain, let's rewind. Riley Strain. You guys know who came up with United Cajun Navy for that, right?
No.
David Flagg.
Oh, David Flagg.
Who?
Uh-oh. Who the hell's
Flagg?
David Flagg?
Who's that?
He did the interviews and the press conference with Riley Strain's family and the whole thing.
Oh, their spokesperson.
Yeah, well, he did some very inappropriate things and stuff to numerous women. And
Oh, are we seeing a pattern here? All these men are so inappropriate with women?
with numerous witnesses.
With numerous
So
witnesses.
he
I haven't heard
was,
anything about it. Never heard the
removed.
name's man.
And I had actually
She got me jumping over my words. I never even heard the man's name.
met Todd, the president here in New Orleans, during a benefit for children. And we went to lunch and he was pretty much like, hey, you want to come on board with us and help us with those people? And I was like, okay, because this is what's going on. I was like, hell yeah, So, yeah.
So basically, they found out that this man was being highly inappropriate to the women, that they then asked this woman at a dinner, hey, do you want to come on with us? That makes sense.
That guy is not a good guy.
Has this been reported though?
And
Right, Jay.
That's what I'm wondering. Because if he's done inappropriate things to, that's a
well,
pretty
things-
big
things-
accusation.
It's
I'm just being fair. I mean,
the answer's obviously no if she's stuttering over her words. I mean, come on.
one of the ones allegedly, I'll say allegedly, was a news reporter.
Oh, please spare us.
So it's not like, and there's numerous witnesses that were on a boat, and I've talked to several of them. So it's not just like me coming on my ass with this.
Well, no,
no,
actually,
and I'm
it
not
still
saying
is.
you're lying. I'm just,
I know. I'll just say it's all alleged. How about that?
Yeah, that's much better because that's a lot.
Maybe you should have started with
But yeah,
alleged. Funny how it becomes alleged when asked if it was reported. Gee golly.
So yeah, that happened, and so it was hard to really be as organized with Sebastian, if that makes sense. There was just
How would it be hard to be organized with Sebastian because this man was a creeper that was representing Riley Strain's family? And then it just so happens you make the same allegations against Seth, and somebody broke in your hotel and cars were following you, and good golly. And then don't forget, y'all, there was no license plate, but there was a license plate, but the license plate was a stolen license plate.
a lot of things that were,
Then you should have been at Sebastian's. Knock it off.
So, Raleigh, are you in contact with anybody on the Raleigh case now?
Be an adult.
I talked to Brandon a couple times. So Brandon, he's a really cool guy.
So the answer is yes. You talk to Brandon. You don't need to over elaborate everything. This girl just loves to hear herself talk. So much so that she's talking herself right into inconsistencies.
He said, stuff just got kind of crazy with this case, Sebastian, which, I thought when it started to become a circus.
You made it a
he's been doing
circus,
some other missing
bozo.
persons locally in Tennessee, and he's called me about them too, like a missing teacher. That's kind of an older case.
Oh yeah, you're just so relevant in missing people, arena. Gee golly, everybody wants to have you. You fucking storyteller.
I talk missing persons with a bunch of people all the time.
Wow.
Who the fuck gave my phone number to Mrs. Jones?
You're so
Social media
important.
aspect
Hold
of
on,
it.
Riley.
Oh, TerriLynn.
Who the fuck gave my phone number to Mrs. Jones?
And just like that, everything important that pertained to Sebastian is distracted by a fucking drama of who gave the phone number, which we never do get the answers to. So, yeah, what do you guys think? If she is talking about the Strain family spokesperson, she was. I had a chance to speak with him and to hear him talk to another woman. He was as respectful as he could be. There were a lot of heavy allegations made, once again, with zero receipts. And we'll talk about, who turned this into a circus. You were the first bozo in town. Thank you, Capital K Productions. I feel like we deserve a lot of thumbs up. We all deserve a thumbs up for getting through that. Oh, my goodness. Is anybody else's brain like, whoo? I mean, do we believe any of this? Is anybody else shocked that we just heard a bunch of fantasies being told? And then, ironically, she jumps off. Hold on. Let me get to that.
That had to be TerriLynn.
Would you?
Chat barbecue.
Yeah, don't do that. Don't give out phone numbers.
Hey, Riley, I have a question from someone in my chat. Did you call the police about that weird metal thing?
Oh, yeah. What a great question from the chat.
Or did you tell the hotel?
I told the police know about it. And this hotel and all that. Now, that wasn't like an official thing. So I'm like, whatever.
Oh, so it wasn't like an official report. What do you know, guys? She told them, but it's not officially. So if we go ahead and we try to find I don't know, police reports on it, it wasn't official. You're making an allegation and implying that Seth Rogers broke into your hotel room, but it wasn't officially reported. I don't even like Seth Rogers. But can we not make up fantasies and stories and discredit all the credible things we have discovered so far?
I'm going to do with it. You know what I mean? It's not like an official report for that.
Well, no,
it's not like an official report or anything, She is drama, Robin. I am so furious. I'm so glad that Jay read out that comment because it needed to be asked. Fuck Nick and his attorney.
It's asking, did you ask the hotel? Because, they have cameras, right?
Yeah. So there's no cameras on the backside.
What miraculous. There's just no cameras where she was at, guys. What about your personal security? Were they sleeping? I mean, come on. What about your $1,500 camera?
The slider area.
The slider area. No cameras.
That's scary.
I just messaged her back and I said, who gave you my number?
Again, something important, but we're, let's worry about where the number came from.
Then maybe I'll answer. If not, I have nothing to say and she'll be blocked.
Okay.
She came out the woodwork. She was in my live saying, what kind of shit are Lynn did?
What are you talking about?
We're talking about some other stuff.
Oh, you mean the attention's no longer on me? Oh, okay.
There's always new people all the time.
Yeah, you're a new person, you clown.
It's hard to keep up.
Well, I thought you weren't keeping up. Miss, he was so inappropriate with me. He told me to shower after somebody broke in my hotel room.
Mrs. Jones is the wife of the black guy.
I know that song, that rap song by T-Pain or someone. Lil Wayne, Mrs. Jones. Mrs. Jones. No. What's that song?
Mr. Jones and Me? All you know is the rap song about Mrs. Jones by T-Pain? What are you talking about, Riley? Go to bed. Go to bed.
Mrs. Jones. Yeah.
Yeah, aren't I cute?
Mr. Jones and me. But no, seriously.
I just make
say to you?
Complete stories up. I'm cute.
I mean,
look at her. She's so proud of herself. Look at her.
Yeah.
So proud of myself. Thank you, Capital K.
I'm sorry.
We do?
Yeah.
Why?
Because we're both from the north. But that's really strange that she was just in my chat 30 minutes ago and now she's got Barbecue's number.
But you're live on YouTube, right? So they know that you're talking to her. So weird for her to just pop in.
Now it turns into a whole conspiracy that Mrs. Jones appeared. You guys have spent the last 24 hours making allegations against her husband. Is it really that bizarre? Honestly, is it really that bizarre that Mrs. Jones, who's already been on YouTube, comes out and questions why you're all making allegations implicating her husband into the disappearance of a child?
Exactly. I've never seen her in my chat ever.
It's not
and
that
it's funny
weird.
because
Word
TerriLynn is
spreads.
the one that said that, oh, she's still here. She says, I'm still here. I just don't have time for all the chat. I can't keep up with it. I'm just
right. She's just here for answers.
Just asking for the video. Okay, Mrs. Jones, please email me so I can email you the video where TerriLynn completely says between 3 and so please email me. I'm not against you. I'll give you what you want to hear, but you got to email me.
Yes, email her, please.
And I just want to know who gave her my phone number.
Yeah, that's very important.
So is that someone that works with him or something?
How about this, Jay? She doesn't get the video until she tells me who gave her my phone number.
I'm confused though.
Okay.
Like, how would she know that he was missing?
Fair enough.
Surveillance. Did she work with him? Like, does he work in the security office there? At
Who?
his job?
If she's still in the chat, ask her. Be like, bitch, who
Riley,
gave you her-
what do you know about Seth's job? Anything?
Oh, no, Seth's coworker's wife. Oh, okay.
Do you know anything about Seth's job?
Look how
Can you
she
hear me?
Look how she dodges that question.
The fuck?
Yeah, hear you.
Did you guys hear that?
Look at her just dodging the question.
There's a tornado.
Because I have a feeling Riley's type of person that won't admit she doesn't know something. She'd rather go in a whole spiel.
No warning or
Oh,
something.
Jesus, be safe.
The area.
Hey, Riley.
Again.
Oh shit, I forgot what I just asked you.
What do you know about Steph's
What did I
job?
just ask her, you guys?
What do I know about Steph's job?
Something about, what do you know about this job?
Oh yeah, Seth's job. Do you know anything about his position at the jail or like anything about his work?
They gotta know if he comes or goes, though, right?
You what?
They gotta know for sure if he comes or goes, right? Like, the jail's got a bunch of fucking security, right? Cameras, all that.
Yeah, I'm just saying, like, do you know anything about his position in the jail? Like, did he ever talk about work?
Me? Are you asking me?
I'm asking Riley.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, I thought you were asking the chick in the chat. I'm sorry. I thought you were asking her, the chick that. Okay.
I'm not even looking at chat.
I didn't even. So when I was on.
Here we go with over explaining. She just can't admit she doesn't know. Christ.
The phone with him.
I thought you
one
only
time, the first when he was like, oh, when he
Who remembers her saying she only spoke to him briefly one time? Good golly.
said he didn't get threats. He said something like he was law enforcement or something. I said, you're law enforcement? Huh? And he goes, I work for, the jail or whatever there. And that was the first time I had learned of that.
Oh, what a great investigator
I only know
you
if
are.
He works at the jail as security, I think, or something. I could be wrong. I really don't know.
Oh, okay.
So the answer is no, bitch. All right. Got it. Got it. Holy hell. We can all agree Seth and Tony have a type. Riley, TL, BHB, 2 a.m. girls. Yeah, they like them ditzy and storytelling-y. I mean, good golly. I wouldn't have been surprised if we just slowly seen her nose growing throughout the whole thing. Just one of those people that just can't admit they don't know the answer. I can't stand people like that. Instead, they got to make up something or over-explain something or distract from it. Anyway, Riley quickly jumped down thereafter. So, yeah, what do we think? We think she's telling the truth. We think she's full of crap. Let me know in the chat. Truth or crap? What do you think? Is this Riley woman who came out early on and said that she had Seth Rogers' laptop in her possession, that she saw some weird shit on it, and it was never turned into TBI, so she was going to turn it into TBI, who now, months later, doesn't know or remember any of that. She doesn't know any of it. What do we think? Crap, crap, lying, crap, crap, crap. Full of shit, liar, crap. Total shit, crap, crappy truth, lie, lie, lie. All right, yeah. So full of it. I mean, again, it was a big story. It was a big accusation. It was a big lie that was made up. And now Here we are 6 months later, and she's dizzy as all and doesn't remember anything, but she remembers when she was, somebody broke in her hotel, but it's not an official report. And didn't she already say during that they talked to the police? You can probably get the reports, but now she's telling us that, it wasn't really official reports. I don't think Cajun Navy was ever threatened. I don't think they were followed. I don't believe this woman had a security team. I don't believe a metal thing was left behind in her hotel room. I don't believe any of it. Oh my gosh, that was aggravating. Woo, we need a deep breath. All right. Well, that is all I have for you all today because that woman just got me. I need to take my own advice and go to the gym. Yep. Just like I told Steven, I think we should go to the gym, Steven. I think these women are going to drive us all nuts. And I think there is a lot, and I mean a lot, of bullshit coming out. There's a lot of believe me, trust me, insider sources, and I'm not going with it. I want to see receipts. And I think we should all demand receipts because we are talking about a 15-year-old child who disappeared. We're not playing a game of who done it. This isn't a game of Clue. This isn't a video game. This isn't an episode of CSI. This is an actual child who disappeared from his home one night. And we don't have time for speculation and rumors and bullshit anymore. If you're going to make bold accusations, show us some proof. And it's no disrespect to those that are saying it. It's respect to Sebastian. Anybody takes it personal, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, this is honestly, this is too much now. It's enough. I don't like TerriLynn. I don't like Seth Rogers, but there is enough to go off of that we have facts and proof on that we don't have to fabricate these things. And making allegations against Mr. Jones and all this, where's it all coming from? Where's it coming from, Robin? So we got the pants were actually Sebastian's. That's number one. Then we got Mr. Jones is being investigated at the jail for a time card. That's crucial. That's number two. We got allegations of hotels being broken into and Seth Rogers being behind it and da-da-da-da-da. That's three. I want some receipts. I think it's absolutely gross to continue this circus based on these fabricated stories. And why are they all coming out now? Why is this all coming out now? We just heard the woman that told us all that without a doubt, she has Seth Rogers' laptop just a few months ago. Now acting like she's never heard anything to do with laptops. But laptop, what? Huh? Is Seth saying that? How would I get a laptop? I only met him briefly one time in a parking lot, but oh no, I got tons of recorded phone calls and text messages and please, no. We do need receipts, Kelly. Where was that at, Rhonda? I didn't even see that yet. Let me see if I can find it. Picture of a kid on Taco's bed. Well, if that isn't weird, I don't know what would be. I'm not even surprised anymore. Am I shocked by this? No. Check this out. Hi, all. Apologies. I have to reschedule our Friday live. We'll keep everyone posted. Looking forward to updates soon from those in Tennessee with boots on the ground. Stay tuned. Eye on the ball in terms of advocating for Sebastian Rogers. Oh, so you mean to tell us Nick the Cap's not going to be on News Nation? They canceled that one out? Jennifer Coffendorfer, not News Nation, Jennifer Coffendorfer. Surprise, surprise. Renewed search for Sebastian. Dog bounty hunter Nick the Hat have joined resources to help find Sebastian. Please. Please. Oh, that's me. Thank you, Ellie. Anyone that might have missed some info from the beginning or wanted to rewatch streams. Yeah. Oh, gee, Golligers. Is that Betty's dog? Oh, my God. They make the funniest memes. What do we got here? Why is this guy using fake profiles? Mind your business. Maybe people use fake profiles because you're all nuts. Oh, what is this? Look at that baby's face. Oh my goodness. And I hear there's some questions pertaining to this whole Flipboard thing. And you know what? A fair point was made. Everybody's showing what's going out, but nobody's showing what's going in. I think it was all made out of urgent. It was it wasn't very orchestrated to begin with. I don't think anybody realized it would get as big as it's gotten, which is amazing. Absolutely amazing. But it should have been done through a PayPal fundraiser so everybody could see the money going in and the money going out. That Nick is doing the same playbook. Oh, fuck Nick. I don't even got time to even think about Nick. Bridges. Why do Bridges keep coming up? What's going on with Bridges? Oh, remember this video? Hi, I think I figured out where the YouTube video of Sebastian's name was taken. You all may already know, but I'm passing it on just in case. Think it might have been taken from under a small bridge on the opposite side of the road. Whoa. Hold on. Hold on. This might be something. Give me a second. Hold on. What do you guys think of this? Hold on, Nelly. This might be something. Do. Wow, this channel uploads a lot of shit. All right. All right, hold on. For those of you who don't remember.
Sebastian Rogers is missing for 3 months now, and I've just come across something that you guys need to see. I want your opinion on this. Very, very interesting. Firstly, let's talk about Sebastian's online activity. Katie and Chris say Sebastian never played online at their house. They're not sure what he did at his father's house, though. Seth says he allowed Sebastian to play Warfare, but with selected people like Seth's friend and Chris, too. Chris denies ever playing with Sebastian, though. Anyway, look at this that has been going around since yesterday. Now, this may be reaching, but I still think it's worth sharing. This channel called Sebastian Rogers was created on the 15th January 2024, so about a month and a few days before Sebastian vanished. The video was posted on the 16th January. There is only one video on this channel with no title. My first thought, someone that is not used to using the internet and can only sign on certain times or something like that, maybe being a bit sneaky. Here we see this person logging onto their Wi-Fi. Now it also looks like whoever is taking this video is hiding under something. Under a house? Or what is that? Does that lady look like Katie Proudfoot, or am I seeing things? In light of Sebastian's disappearance, I think it's very interesting and would be such a coincidence if there's a channel called Sebastian Rogers and shows someone like hiding somewhere and logging onto the internet. I don't know. Just thought I'd share and get your guys' opinions. Take a look.
Connecting to the internet. Uploaded under name of Sebastian. That's the video. I know we all saw that months ago, but it's this that caught my eye. This person's saying they believe that it could be underneath this bridge. Could it? The little bridge is gated. Just hope that it can be thoroughly searched. Camera view, bridge. I don't know. What do you guys think? I don't know. I don't know if that's by Katie's house. It's hard to even tell what they're circling here. Dropped pin, approximate camera view of what? What camera view? 740 watt bridge. Hogan's branch. That whole part of the hill looks to be filled with sheds and lean-tos and buildings built into the hillside, as well as some structure on top of the hill. The little bridge is gated. I don't know. Maybe Steven can go check this out since he's local. I don't know. That's weird. That's weird, though. It's an interesting thought. But that video has always rubbed me as weird. What are you guys thinking? I don't know. That's weird. All right. So here's an official response to the pants. That's what I have heard as well. That was said by some folks who have been around TerriLynn when she was rambling. So again, it's just rumor. It's just rumor that the pants were actually Sebastian's. It's rumor by people who have been around TerriLynn. BHB casually made a claim that Sebastian was talking to some teen boys the day before he went missing. What game is she playing now? Then she realized it's the mention of the pickle bag that set the POS in motion. She won't stop, loon. I appreciate whoever, the admin that posted me into this group. Thank you for doing that. It's really nice of you. See, this is the first that I've seen it too. The pants were Sebastian's. They were old pants of his. Didn't fit him, period. But again, you think the police would be able to say, yeah, without a doubt, they were Sebastian's pants. They were just an older pair, right? I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I guess not. All right. Here comes the laptop conversation again. So Seth said that Microsoft contacted TBI about his laptop. I wonder what Microsoft was contacting TBI about concerning Seth's laptop. And if Microsoft doesn't do that, then why does Seth say they did? I don't think he said TBI did. I think he said he spent time on the phone. We got an Amber Alert for a baby canceled after missing 9-month-old baby is located. Thank goodness. Who's really trying to control the narrative? Boom. All right. So that's all interesting. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Would you looky there? Would you looky there? You can't even click it. So the detectives wore ski masks and goggles to walk around at night at the house next to Bobby's that has 7 cameras. Interesting. 6-hour conversation, and it was hidden. TerriLynn don't stand behind much of what she posts, does she? Always hiding things, TerriLynn. Always hiding things. Anyway, listen, you guys have been amazing. Many of you have stuck through this. Oh, well, first off, not surprised, right? Not surprised. That's the panel where she was apparently crying. It's a sit-up. They sit me up, y'all. It's a cult. No, the only one working for a cult is you. You won't admit the fact that you still work for Seth Rogers for whatever weird reason. And I do mean weird. Okay? She should be admitting that she's working for him. I don't see why she's not. I don't know. This is too much for me. Our takeaway today, We want receipts. We want receipts. No disrespect to anybody, but I think receipts are crucial. It is too much. What are you thinking, Titanium? Receipts, right? Bro in hell, give us the receipts. Does anybody else find it weird too that TerriLynn and Chris Proudfoot known each other for like 40 years? Damn, why can't we get that video? Yeah, right? Weird, huh? It is weird as F. And the fact of the whole, the car being reported, and all of a sudden she no longer has that car, but then the cop runs her license plate as she's creeping around businesses in the middle of the night for 12 plus hours, and they run her license plate and it comes back to a Mercedes. I think the whole situation is purposely making people look over here than over there. It's all too much. The Mercedes, yes. What's up with the Mercedes? No, we got a bunch of circle talk. She is now claiming not to know anything to do with the laptop, but she said it, man. Dogs hid on the pond and cops saw feet print, right? And then apparently there was 3 sightings by bridges. SF investigates is in Tennessee, and I'm very hopeful for that. Well, I have you all here. Have you hit the thumbs up? Let's see if SF put anything up to date. Nick the Hat's going to have his attorney send out cease and desist. All right. The last 3 to 4 days have been an ongoing real-time demonstration that investigation, not assumptions, are what truly matter. Nick and his agency continue to insist that either Chris or I are lying about being retained for the case. Why would they lie about being retained? Why would they do that? Nick points out that I flew to Tennessee, and I myself tweeted that I was retained and paid to be here, which is true. Nick claims to have 24 investigators on the case, plus Dog and former attorney generals, but they fooled themselves in believing what they wanted to hear, not what the evidence shows. Was this real-time demonstration planned? No. Did I let it play out once I realized how amateur this group was? Yes. SF keeps putting him in his place, man. Put him right in his place. Over a month ago, August 7th, long before Nick and his team got involved in the Sebastian Rogers case, I purchased a ticket to come to Tennessee to further investigate the disappearance of Holland Snap, a case where I am a retained and paid investigator. Wow. Can I also just say I love the fact that Nick's views are getting less and less? Good on all of you. Good on all of you that's not paying that clown attention. I think that is the best move to make. I'm behind the video, but if that lively chick can't recall things better than that, then she needs to be doing something different. I agree. I'm getting a report for that call when they said the car and place didn't match. She and Misfits keep saying I called and had her swatted by 5 police, so we will know what's up with that. No shit, music. I agree with that, True Jedi. They're all worried because the real prime investigator's on the case. Fact. He's a prat in a hat. He's also a hat fisher. You know how people catfish? He hat fishes. Hopefully he'll go away. I would love to see cease and desist come out. I'm putting my faith in SF. You don't know who Nick is? Perfect. And we're doing our job here. I don't think Nick knows who Nick is. Nick the Rat actually asking if FS is paid to work? Yeah. How dare he? Who's he think he is? On Seth, I don't think so, Rhonda. A lot of people believe that. I don't. I don't believe that for one second. I just really don't. He is a loser. No, we don't. We have no one else. It is Trauma Contradictions. Isn't that Riley Girl the same one that was on ICMIL during Kylie Rodney case? It is. It is. She gets herself involved in a lot of things, gets herself caught up in a lot of inconsistencies, and here we are. Chompers in a backwards head. I know, that's all I see is like, you know, the little, you wheel it up and the little teeth go across the table. That's what I see Nick as. Very interesting. See how she contradicted herself here? Oh, and I guess we should finish this off. Hold on. While I have the attention of all of you who so kindly didn't leave me to let me keep you entertained if you don't mind. And I do appreciate the PayPal. Honestly, I appreciate it. I had to get Nellie over to the vet. I have to get her some deworming and all the fun, nasty things. We know how that goes. Where'd I put you? Here you are. Here he is. Let's go back to visit this really quick.
God. Oh God. Yeah, shut up. Talking about.
All right, so
Steven.
his Terry impressions are great. So we're gonna recognize them for a minute. But I want you guys to hear just the little bit left of what he had to say. Oh, you're so sweet.
It's a snake, and they set me up. They're a cult. Oh God.
Dude, I can't believe Jay likes her. I can't stand her ass. I cannot stand Coffindorfer. You know who she reminds me of? Seth is Eeyore, and she's Squidward.
Oh God. Yeah, shut the fuck up. Fucking cult my ass, dude. Just because we're people with general fucking common sense.
Welcome to the common sense side, my friend.
Yep. She was referring to the whole group. Yeah, man, it's crazy. Yeah, it said she was a setup. Oh Lord. Oh God. Oh what? What?
Listen. I don't judge people for their passes either, Michelle. I really don't. But yeah, I'm with you.
Said she was a setup. Oh Lord. Oh God. Oh what? 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 I mean, dude, man. Come on, I can keep doing this.
Wow.
Maybe I should drive around and fucking just say what? Oh God. Oh God. Oh what? I mean, seriously. I'm telling you, man, I've never been so motherfucking irritated.
Oh, that's great. Maybe I should drive around and say, what? I think that's the perfect. Oh, I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think he did. God, that was hysterical. Huh? And then she does the weird grunting. She does. She grunts and mumbles, man. She makes no sense. What? Chris said that it wasn't for Terry. It was for everyone else. Jen Hoffa is their families not personally know each other. He's so funny. I don't trust Crabtree. He bounces from one drama cult to the next. Yeah, I don't know. Why do you have to be associated with anybody? Stand alone. You know what I mean? Stop jumping into these groups and just do your thing. He's very powerful on his own. Congratulations on recovering. It's a hard one to get off of. Congratulations. I mean, you know, Steven's very powerful. I think him trying to be associated with people is going to be his downfall. Just do your own thing. You know what I mean? He did put out misinformation. Again, it was downplayed. Oh, Boo Berry! Thank you so much for the Cash App. Thank you so much. That was so sweet of you. Thank you. That's the only thing I didn't like, Mia. He did downplay that. He said he forgot to say the word if when he said that Ellie had footage of Sebastian Rogers He meant to say if Ellie had footage. Now that's a big, that's a big difference. That's like that one time when I said probably instead of possibly. I mean, that is a mistake. But, coming out and saying they have footage, not if they have footage, big difference, man. Big difference. But hey, he's willing to do better going forward. He's admitted as much. He's being more cautious. Live and learn. He's lived and learned. I definitely support that. I support that. Good morning, CC. That's where we're at, Nash Native. We're now going forward. We are demanding. No, Gary. Actually, he's married and he is very much respectful to his marriage. Going forward, we're demanding receipts, right? Right? We are. I am. I know some of you are. No more of that, believe me, or I know, or I have a source. No more. We want receipts. It's enough of that. If the other side was coming out and making these similar claims against people that support the Proudfoot, we would all be demanding receipts. And we know we would. So let's not accept it simply because it's against a quote-unquote side that we don't like. I do too, B. I think he's a genuine person. And I relate to him on the fact that he's in recovery. I'm in recovery. Utmost respect to him for that. I'm glad that he's finding a good way to spend his time. He seems like a great father, great husband. Good on him. He made a mistake. He owned it. It's forgivable. You know what I mean? We all make mistakes. Tell him by him with TL still makes it appear that his on the Seth's, well, they're all weird with how they kind of, it's a love-hate thing they got going on over there. It's kind of more like a cover my ass thing they got over there, right? Like they're blackmailing each other in private. They're all like innerly, it's all drama. They're intertwined in drama with each other. Keep your eyes up with all of them, honestly, including me. Yeah, Joe Madre. Amen, jammers. Right, fit to be tied. I agree. Pinocchio. I'm glad he was at least open-minded enough to take a step back and rethink what he believes. And you know what? It's easy to be fooled when you're so passionate. And anybody who admits that they've been fooled, forgive them so long as they're willing to learn. Yeah, the police don't owe you shit, man. You think like just because we're like, TikTokers or YouTubers, we're entitled to information? Oh, thank you, Eric Jasper. Yeah, I shared it, a couple years back. I gave my whole story on here, and you guys are welcome to go watch it, but it's a little embarrassing. Why are you sorry, Gare? If everyone can overlook half of YouTube's fuck-ups, I'll give him a pass. Amen, Irish Eyes. I think it takes a big person to admit they may have been wrong. Like I said, he did admit he was wrong, but just don't downplay it like you forgot a crucial word. You know what I mean? Like, no, you didn't. All right, let me see this, and then we will see what the day brings us. What's everybody up to today? Let me check my emails. Oh, what do we got here? You guys want to see this? Can we get what is it called? A TDLR? Drives me crazy when this group of women that go live on TikTok, usually 3 to 5 people on a panel, will spread their theories as facts and cause a complete misinformation frenzy on social media. They also talk to one another and say, check your text, I just got a lead. If you're not going to share with the live audience, save those remarks for a private group or phone call. I agree. It is infuriating. Stop insulting us. Paint it how you want, but the audience not dumb. Yesterday, the rude one in this group kept making comments about having a source, and when viewers asked questions, she would snap at them that she wasn't going to share the source. Then why mention it? Right. Stop it. It's not a source. Stop bragging and causing drama at the expense of an innocent missing child. Go make a drama TikTok. She goes off on people and has caused many issues to her crime community. The same rude live participant host kept complaining about Seth being present at Sebastian's school for multiple hours yesterday, and she kept insinuating that Seth is guilty. Him going to school was weird behavior. Ah. This is about Riley. She brags about her sources calling her while she is live, and she slipped up yesterday and said Brent called her while live. Based on all the things she has said lately, and the fact she is not local but seems to know Seth's every move, it appears Brent is one of her sources, and either Brent or someone associated Brent is following Seth around. Brent is the owner of Broken Spur Ranch in Hendersonville, and the man Riley accused of threatening her when she was assisting with the UCN in searching a few weeks ago. Wow, that's interesting, huh? So Brent, the owner of Broken Spur Ranch, also threatened Riley. Oh, Riley, you were just one of those, girl. I know your type. Oh, what do we got here? Riley Lively is Cajun Navy chick Seth hit on. She's active on TikTok. You can locate most of her stuff on Reddit, too. Her rant on Seth being creepy and inappropriate was on TikTok Live. I can't find a copy, but I'm sure she does if you wanted to contact her. Seth also gave her a laptop he had laying around, which when they had a falling out, she turned it into TBI. See? But she's denying that. So it's funny that you text me this morning or send me this email. But yet when Riley was confronted on the laptop last night, she was dumbfounded and knew nothing about a laptop. I told you all she said that shit. Here's what it reads. Seth also gave her a laptop he had laying around, which when they had a falling out, she turned into TBI directly, and it pissed Seth off big time. It wasn't given back to him directly. This is one electronics they have cleared. So why is she denying anything about the laptop? Seth's response months back to Riley's remark about the laptop. Shit, wrong one.
Watching my language.
I got a question. Do you think that they might have been double agents? Just asking.
So many different stories. Who knows? Hey, Socks.
I'm suspicious of everybody. I don't know who I can and can't trust anymore.
I'm with you. And I said that myself, so. Anybody can print those out, yes.
Let's talk about the laptop that Riley suddenly doesn't know about.
Where'd he go?
We all need to demand receipts.
I'm going to say, yeah, they sound like double agents. I said it.
You sound like a double agent.
If that's the case, then they sound like double agents. I ain't trusting nothing. And that's why I said it.
Whose laptop's going across? Whose PayPal?
I would only tell certain people where we were.
Please.
When we were out.
So it's like this, Terry. Did I or did I not call you to make sure that you were okay? Sent you text message while everybody was passing out flyers and stuff?
Yes.
Because remember, Riley said it was weird that he asked if she was okay. I don't think that's weird.
Yes.
Multiple times.
Who's King Kiwi and Skyla Kayla Belly?
Yes, and told me to yes, and said just everything. Only thing I ask is this: don't get in trouble and don't get arrested. And I said, got my word.
Well, I know that Riley Lively decided to do a video about me, just literally sending her a text message asking her okay, because Skip was scared from the death threat. And so me being the person that I am and want all my volunteers that are helping me to stay safe, she did a thing on me saying it was weird. She thought I had somebody watching her hotel. Who the hell does she think she is?
That is weird. I'm sorry, but that's weird. That's weird. Somebody asking if you're okay means they're watching your hotel. Come on.
I don't even know who the hell that is.
And then she has the nerve to talk about it became a circus. Man, you added right to it. Get out of here.
I don't even know her. I don't even know if I've met her. I don't know her. Sorry, I don't know that one. That's weird.
I met her once and I didn't like her. So she was like, oh, I've dealt with death threats and I've done many rescues. I was like, really? She's like, yeah, I used to rescue puppy dogs all the time. I was like, wow.
Wow.
Thanks for comparing my kid to a dog.
Right.
I did not know that was ever said.
I don't pass shit out.
Yeah. Yeah. We're in it for the right reasons. We're local for one. We know the area too. And this is a missing kid. I would want somebody doing the same for me. I don't even know who that is. I don't know her. They said she's creepy. An attention seeker.
He is very ungrateful, Jay. Wow. Yes.
I don't know her. Seth, I'm in Murfreesboro. Could you use a four-wheeler or anything to get around to search? I know of a lot of people that mentioned they would loan you off-road.
All right, so that one doesn't acknowledge the laptop, but the laptop was acknowledged. I mean, she said it, damn it. You just heard the email I received saying even she said it. Huh. I don't know. I recall hearing about the laptop that she now act like she had no clue on. And the email I just received even said the same thing. That he gave Riley a laptop. When they fell out, she handed it to TBI. And the fact that she immediately thought he was hitting on her because he asked her, like, how are you doing? I mean, come on. I don't know. I just think that's weird. No, we've never taken Seth's words as gospel. I just think listening to the two stories, Seth's stories makes a lot more sense than hers does. A lot more sense. Riley was phenomenal in Doctor Who, her role in the Crown, though. Why then did Seth say Microsoft called it into TBI? I thought he was saying he was on the phone with Microsoft for 15 hours trying to get the old laptop to work. Oh, that makes sense. One shot. There. Got it. It's just cute that she has to scroll across the bottom as she has the father of missing child on panel. Yeah, there were so many inconsistencies in her story. It was hard for me to believe. Absolutely hard for me to believe. For example, she says he didn't even know about the threats. You know, he texted me before the phone call, and then it was, as he was on the phone. It was a lot of inconsistencies. We went over them, but I believe he texted her saying, how are you doing? And she took that as him flirting with her. When he was asking, how are you doing because the death threats? Because she even goes on to say they spoke about the death threats and how she was all like, I'm used to getting death threats. So his story there makes more sense than hers to me. His story of like just checking in on everybody. That just makes sense. Did she say Sethy Poo told her to take a shower after she alleged she broke into her hotel room? She alleges somebody broke in and it was reported, but it wasn't officially reported. Oh, I agree, Titanium, for sure. I don't believe Riley's BS either, Jay. Doesn't mean I trust Seth. Right, that's how I feel. They're both liars for sure. But I definitely don't believe Riley. And I don't think, there's anything weird with asking how somebody's doing. Yeah, and even Left Behind, part of, what did she say it was? A metal hotel breaker in her thingy. Somebody left piece of it there. She even call it in? Come on. The hotel would make a police report, and they just so didn't have the no cameras on that side. And please. Now, I would believe that he was hitting on her. I just don't believe that him asking, how are you, is hitting on her. Because we know he's hit on a lot of women. I mean, all these women didn't make up that he was hitting on them. I just don't believe a text message asking how you were doing leads to him being the one that broke into her hotel and wanted her to shower and da-da-da. I don't believe that. But I do believe Seth has been inappropriate, and maybe he was inappropriate with other women. So she felt, I'm not even giving her that much. But I will say we rarely ever see proof of Seth flirting. Yeah, just that we do have that one video I showed where he's all awkwardly like, I'd love to be between you two women. And they're all like, ugh. The doorknob stop. Unrelated. Hotel breaker enter thingy. Piece of it was left behind. Seth hits on all the women's. That I do believe. I believe he's very flirtatious and inappropriate. It is possible he didn't tell them about it, even though he says he did. Candace Wells also didn't turn in a burner phone and mention on CM interview. Yeah. Exactly, Jay. And then how weird was it when you had to ask her like 4 times, do you know what Seth did for her job? Instead of just saying no, she doesn't know. Like, why? Why not just say, I don't know? Like, she just can't accept that? It's weird. It was probably, maybe Giselle, maybe if he even said it, it was one of those things like, just take a shower and relax type of thing. Not like, oh, take a shower because I'm watching. Bizarre. Or maybe she smelled. I don't know. Hell. Well, she also claims she has security at this point. None of it makes sense. We have, Joe. We have. I just think in this particular situation, she was trying to make something out of nothing. You know what I mean? How much weight he gained. Then I saw KP and CP look like they had too. Yeah. They all look like they, it could have been the cameras too. Because to be honest, some cameras aren't very flattering. I mean, yes, gross. He's gross. Yeah, take a shower. I planted a camera. He's just one of those people, man. We saw him and Taco. I know they're very inappropriate. I believe inappropriate conversations, no doubt. We're going to be shocked every time Seth says something weird. It's going to be a lot of waste of time. It's first time he's had all. He said it himself. Mainly stay-at-home moms. And then what was the whole weird thing with the whole don't talk to Skip? Skip is the man that JLR filmed and said he uses 2 different names. You guys remember that, right? He's the one that told him and Dolly to get out of there. They can't record. And let me see. You guys remember that? That was weird. That was in the very beginning, too. Scrolling. Keep the ball scrolling. I'm looking for it because that was weird. Neighbor speaks. Justin on TikTok. Tony's tantrums. Tony Tall Tales, major backlash. That's when he made amends. So it has to be coming up right here. Seth lawyers up. Grandma fails Sebastian. Complete madness. All right, we're getting close. Dang, there's so many anti-videos. I remember JLR was hyped when he made this one right from his car. Like, who the hell is this man? Here it is. Should be right here. Some of these thumbnails are hysterical. All right. Maybe not. JLR goes live a lot. GoFundMe for all prime suspects. Riley Strain under suspicion. And then I see UNC gives up. Huge search party. Oh, here it is. Let me show you.
Where they did the same thing.
He was hyped.
JLR investigates. Come on in, everyone. JLR investigates. The search for 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers continues. Good morning, everyone. Come on in. We have to talk. Got to use a platform to bring public awareness to a situation, folks. JLR investigates. To stay away from the United Cajun Navy. They are a complete scam. And I don't come on very often ever talking about drama. But oh boy, we have uncovered a lot about this so-called search group that is in Hendersonville, Tennessee right now, hijacking everything.
Come on in, folks.
And creating a lot of problems, folks. Come on in, come on in.
He gave fake
names.
names.
Stay away from the United Cajun Navy. They are a scam. They're scam.
Scam alert.
They're scam. They're faking. They're lying to the public about their searches. I have receipts, folks. I have receipts. And I'm a little bit ticked off because a lot of you guys know that I've been putting in all my heart and passion on our end, right? Magnolia has been assisting me. The United Cajun Navy had the police called on me yesterday up at their so-called search meeting site. I was just minding my business in my car. Runs up on my car and tells me I have to leave immediately or he's calling the police. And I said, what do you mean I got to leave immediately? I'm not doing anything wrong. What's going on? This guy right here.
Right there.
Beware of this guy because he's using multiple names, folks. He told me Skip Butler.
See? You know, Skip Butler. And what did we hear Riley say? That everybody was saying, stay away from Skip. Don't call Skip. Skip stole her camera. Oh, that's interesting.
Cajun Navy, when they were down there in Nashville, he's calling himself Skip Parker. Who is this guy? He does not want to be filmed. He's the one that is running. He's the man, the United Cajun Navy, their founder, I guess so we did some research, folks. There's multiple branches of the Cajun Navy, right? But the United Cajun Navy is an offshoot of original Cajun Navy. And those other Cajun Navies do not like United Cajun Navy at all. They do not. They say they manipulate things. They lie. They're in it for the money. They're in it for themselves. Well, this guy up here approaches me and he says I got to get out of here. He's going to call the cops. I actually left, but I called him a scam artist to his face. And he called the cops.
So there you go. So it's just interesting. It's just interesting that at this point, we do know that even those that were friendly with him during this time broke away with him and left off on bad notes. Absolutely. That's crazy. The same creator CP has kicked it with from the beginning are also where many rumors about Seth originated. I disagree with that. I disagree with that. I hate when people make it seem like someone is sketchy simply because they don't want to be on camera. Well, he gave 2 different names, so I can see why that's definitely sketchy. And then telling them, get away or I'm going to call the cops right now. Like, that's weird. That is why Riley's name is familiar. She was part of them. Yeah, she was definitely part of them. Skip Butler, Skip Parker. 2 separate entities. Yeah, we went over all of that. See, when I spoke to Chris, he didn't give me any type of narrative or even want it disclosed. So I don't know if he's really, maybe. I don't know. I don't know how much during contact. I'm not in very much contact. I asked him about the ring. He gave a very, honest answer that they don't know if that's the wedding ring. I asked about the pants. He didn't have any further information than what the drama had. So I don't know. I mean, it's not like he's like confirming things. Or it's not like he's just saying it to go with it. Like, oh yeah, that was Seth's, wedding ring. Let's say it was. I don't know. Katie is the only one not doing weird shit. Even Seth said UCM was told to leave. Skip town. Skippy old Skip town. Yeah, I would just love for Barbecue to produce receipts, though, Jay. Like, at this point, we're being told to take everybody at face value. I don't like that. That's basically the whole purpose of my stream today is provide receipts. That we don't need to know you have an inside source or just trust my source or just trust me. We want receipts. That's how I feel. Well, he didn't confirm it to me when I just asked Jay. Matter of fact, this was his response. Verbatim. That's what I heard as well. That was said by some folks who have been around TerriLynn when she was rambling. So it's only what he heard. It's not what he knows. Only what he heard. So, I don't know. I guess we'll find out. I think the police would have came out and said that. Like, while these were Sebastian's pants, they couldn't have been the pants he was wearing that night. Or if they were Sebastian's pants at all, it would have been crucial for the main fact that he could have been wearing pants that were too small. My kids do that shit. Just an idea. We know Seth hasn't worked much. Then, in his mind, he got big head thinking he's Ellie since he's a jailer. Maybe this is a ploy to get back at KP, to get KP back. Him rescuing Sebastian and get her back. Maybe. Like the hero. The fact Chris hasn't taken a prime opportunity to lay a smackdown to Seth after all this, better person than me. I agree. I want to know, what proof do we have those pants were Sebastian's? None. Just everybody's, just their words. Take their words. Take them at face value, basically. I tried to talk Granny into Aldison, but she didn't bite. No, I can't really get into that one much, Gary. I tried. Right. Well, we've heard first what is confirmed. Big difference. Right. That's why we need receipts. They offer no kind of validation. It's not just that is hearsay. Is that is hearsay without justification from them. Possibility. Too legit for you. Possibility. I don't know. Again, Jay, I feel like if he was feeding bullshit, he would have gave me a bullshit answer. Like, yes, they were Sebastian's, or yes, that's a wedding ring. You know what I mean? And he's not. So I don't feel like, I don't know. It's not like he's telling me things to say or, hey, go do this. I don't know. I don't even talk to him much, so it doesn't matter. It's just nice to have a direct, get a direct answer. I don't want to listen to anybody else or take their belief or they were told this. I'd rather directly be able to ask. I think it's better to have that direct answer than none at all. I don't know, Mia. Apparently Barbecue said Chris said it. I don't know. I respectfully disagree. Barbecue said Seth said it. No, like OMG. Was it Seth or was it Chris? There's a big difference there. Chris did say they weren't Sebastian's pants on Clues Live. Right. Maybe they're the Wizard of Oz and we all must believe them. And that's hence the thumbnail. We're off to see the wizard. I don't know. She's going back and forth. She said both. Well, Jay's saying she said that Chris told her. Well, that's why I rather have a direct source. Cut the middleman, cut the chase, cut the questioning, cut the just believe me. I rather just know without a doubt the direct answer. Ask who, Bright Light? I think we should all be asking for receipts. That's all. They look like little kid pants, like a 9-year-old would wear. Right. And maybe that's, people are claiming it's an old pair of pants that Seth had. I don't believe it. I personally just don't believe it. I think it would have been crucial. I don't think any of the parents had anything to do with this, but I do 100% believe Seth is an opportunist. I agree with that. I did ask him, Robin. That was the answer I got. The answer I got is that's just what I heard, too, from people that were around TerriLynn when she was rambling. Insinuating that TerriLynn rambled that they were his pants. But that's not what any of us were told. I agree. 3 pairs of bees were bought. If Sebastian put on a new pair the night he left, would he left a scent? If it was brand new pair, yeah, because his body still has a scent. I don't know. The story is they were in a bag of clothes given to TL for Julia to use for scent, but no one has proven shit. I agree, Kraken. I agree. Which is why I think just going forward, we just have to demand to see receipts of things. That's all we can do. No more face value BS, right? Also hate to play devil's advocate, but it's your constitutional right to record people in public places. Yeah, that's true. I wonder where 6 a.m. came from because we never heard about it since. What's the 6 a.m.? Let me go back. My husband told me around 8 p.m. they might back all together and all agree something wasn't right. He's not in the area of 5 Mile. People forget it was said he was last seen at 6 a.m. Why would Seth bring any old clothes of Sebastian's when he moved? Well, how old are the clothes? If they're from when he was 8 years old, well, they're, you would usually use like a pillowcase or something they wore very recently. You don't go and grab old clothes out of a closet. You know what I mean? Like even listen to the, when the police are looking for Maddie Soto, they ask for that. They ask for, Jen says, what about the pillowcase or whatever? Stefan says, what about the pillowcase? And Jen goes, well, you slept on that. And they're like, well, we have her underwear. We have her dress, but it's mixed in with other clothes. I didn't hear that. I did not hear that. I heard people saying it, but I didn't hear that. I don't believe they were either. Sorry, I just don't. I don't believe they were Sebastian's pants. Oh, people were trying to explain that, but that's still fucking weird. She claimed something about she had a stuffed animal named Sebastian and she saw somebody at the grave and gave them the stuffed animal because they had nothing to put down. Am I understanding this correctly? That's still a bizarre story. Like, why is she always the hero in a story? Oh, yeah, I put subscribe to my YouTube on the missing child flyers, but it saved somebody's life because they seen it. I mean, come on. Come on. Yeah, but even then, he would have other things with the scent, Demon Chihuahua. He would have the blanket. He'd have the pillow. There'd be much other things. Socks, underwear. Not pants from 8 years ago. Fire for messing with a minor. Yeah, I don't know. I think the whole thing's crazy. The only thing I can keep coming back to is just demand that we see receipts. If you're claiming it was sent to you via text, show the text. If you're claiming, you have it on a call and the call was recorded, play the call. Like, enough with the, just believing. And that's no disrespect to the people that are speaking. That goes for me too. If I say something, ask me to prove it. Everybody should be demanding receipts. That's enough of this. This is all being done and played out at the expense of a missing child. I mean, even an event meant for flyers had to turn into all of this. TerriLynn out there calling herself a lot lizard, getting so plastered that she's mumbling about she gave Sebastian to a girl, all the weird shit. It's too weird. It's too weird. I think some people need to step back and take a break. I think they're so personally intertwined at this point that they're not even seeing clearly. There's a lot of bias going on without even realizing it. Just because we don't like Seth Rogers doesn't mean we need to believe every BS story that comes out about him. There's enough proof of horrible things to go off of without fabricating more of it. You know what I mean? She does call herself a lot lizard. That's why my thumbnail is what it is. I actually thought it was the other one, but it's the lot lizard. Yeah, taking a break's a good thing, honestly. It doesn't hurt. At this point, we don't know who's guilty of what. And just because you talk to somebody or you think somebody's a great person doesn't mean they are. You know how many people thought Jeffrey Dahmer was so sweet? You know what I mean? Like, you don't really know somebody, especially when you met under these circumstances. They can be selling you a complete tale. You know what I mean? Like, they're not going to confess to some random YouTuber that they actually did something. No, they're going to try to convince you that they didn't. Let's be honest here. Let's be realistic here. Yeah, so apparently TerriLynn has a stuffed animal named Sebastian, and Betty over there has a stuffed animal named Magnolia. Like, again, take a break. Take a damn break. Anyway, speaking of breaks, I'm wrapping it up here. I got to get something to eat. I got some medicine coming in for Nelly. That's going to be fun to figure out. Good golly. That's going to be a hell of a time. Back to school night. Got a few things. Didn't take anything out to defrost for dinner. So now I got to run to the supermarket. Yay, me. So fun. We've been saying that for months, Artist Creek. Why were searchers bagging and tagging found items? They should have never been. I think she has tapeworms, Jay. I think she has tapeworms. Absolutely, Shay. Thank you. So I am going to lead out where we should lead out, where it matters. Again, I am working on a new video, collecting, different videos and photos. I know this one doesn't have the impact that it, if they're seeing it so many times, people just exit out when it's playing. But I do respectfully ask that you all stay as it plays, out of respect for Sebastian. Listen, we're demanding it. Going forward, we are demanding it. We want receipts. That's it. That's all. Receipts. If you're not giving us receipts, you ain't giving us shit. I hope you all have a great day. If you haven't, please consider hitting a thumbs up. You guys being here really means a lot to me. Sincerely, I really appreciate it. And yeah. I wasn't going to take Nelly to the vet because I read that it doesn't matter. Like, if you give them deworming medicine, it can't hurt. So quite frankly, with the attorney fees and everyday life fees, I don't have the fees for a vet. So I'm just going to give her the dewormer and hope that it works. So, but I do know that, normally we should, but whatever. Anyway, word of the day. Amen. Word of the day, receipts. Thank you, Janet. Thank all of you for being here. Kate the Great. Right, Robin, it can't hurt, right? I did a lot of research last night. Woke up middle of the night, couldn't fall back to sleep. Did all the research in the world. Dang on it. That's the other thing. It's because she's been outside. Oh, gosh, I hate it. All right, anyway, let's go ahead and take a moment to remember what this is all about, who it's all about. Sebastian Rogers is still out there somewhere. Hopefully, as his father has said, he's somewhere playing video games, not able to watch the news. He doesn't realize that he is being looked for, and I pray he does get found soon. On February 26, 2024, an Amber Alert went out for 15-year-old Sebastian Rogers. Sebastian is white, 5'5", 120 pounds, with brown hair and brown eyes. Sebastian was last seen wearing a black long-sleeve shirt, black sweatpants, and glasses. He has a medical condition that may impair his ability to return safely without assistance. If you have seen Sebastian or have information regarding his whereabouts, please contact the Sumner County Emergency Center or TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND. Let's take this moment to pray for Sebastian's safe return.